What's up, family? What's up? What's up? What's up? Hello and welcome back to another live edition of Maddie's Rap with author and storyteller Matt D. Telford. I'm trying to put some lotion on these ashy hands before we get started. Let me do this. I'm going to switch microphones, actually. Give me just one moment. Family, give me one moment. Let me switch mics here. Okay, testing 1 2, testing 1 2. Y'all give me a thumbs up if you can hear me. What's up? Looks like we got 3 people in the chat, y'all. Hello, welcome back. Hello and welcome back to another live edition, another weekend live edition of Maddie's Rap with author and storyteller Matt D. Telford. All right, if you're new to the channel, welcome. And if you're a returning subscriber, of course, welcome back. Let me check my microphone settings here. Turn that gain up just a little bit. Looks like we got 7 people in the chat room. All right. Listen, family, I'm gonna have to step out for a moment. Not yet. I'm waiting for one of my colleagues to get here because they're bringing something for me that I forgot. So, but nevertheless, we're gonna get this party started because I like the numbers we got in here right now. I like the numbers. So what I'm not gonna do is I'm not gonna bore y'all with the this live stream will begin in a few moments. Slide there. We're going to jump right in, family. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Again, if you are new to the channel, welcome. And if you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. I got a hot topic for y'all tonight, family. A hot topic, all right? We talking about, what's up, Lady Dagger Status? Welcome, 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 welcome. I know y'all aren't used to me getting started this quickly, but you know what? It's a new year, and we got to come out guns blazing. We got to come out guns blazing, family. Why? Because the dark side takes no breaks. They take no breaks. They take no breaks. What's up to you, Hot Shot? What's up, Just Because? Welcome to everybody who's live and watching. Do me a favor, family. What's up, Karen? Thank you for joining. If you have not done so already, y'all know the drill. Y'all know the drill. Hit the like button for me. Why? What does that do? Well, that alerts more people to the fact that we are online, we are live, and in living color. Because we got a lot of people that need to see this video tonight. All right. Is Beast Games a prelude to a real life Hunger Games? All right. All right. What did I just say? The dark side takes no breaks, y'all. So we got to come out guns blazing. In 2025, we got to come out guns blazing. Now, let me do a little backstory for y'all. In 2020, 5 years ago, myself and a lot of people were predicting, not even predicting, we were just calling it, y'all. We were just calling it. What's up, Ali Root? Thank you for joining tonight. Thank you for joining. We were just calling it, family. What did we say? We said that there was spiritual warfare. The spiritual warfare took its mask off in 2020. We saw all of the fuckery that was going on in 2020, and myself and a lot of others in the spiritual community said, yo, this is World War III. It's already here, and it is spiritual. World War III is spiritual. It is eventually going to manifest in the physical. Everything begins in thought. Everything that you see, anything, the computer that you're watching me from, or phone or tablet, it began as a concept. It began as something intangible. It began in spirit. It was a thought whose seeds were planted into the ether and manifest into that device you're holding right now. All right. Those of you that have children, those of you that are moms and dads watching me. All right. It started in spirit. That child or those children that you call yours, they began in spirit. And they manifest in the flesh, all right? Everything works that way. It starts in feminine and manifests in the masculine, all right? So back in 2020, what did we say? We said it's here, y'all. This is the kickoff. It's the beginning of the end, okay? And now we're seeing it manifest. Yo, listen, if you're in the chat right now and you have seen any of the Hunger Games movies or read any of the Hunger Games books, put a thumbs up in the chat. Put a thumbs up in the chat because we going in on that tonight, y'all. And y'all saw the thumbnail. For those of y'all that saw the thumbnail, you noticed that background, right? We're going to be talking about that tonight. Y'all, let me tell you. What's up, Bella? Thank you for joining. We got old school mobile barber in the house. What's up? What's up, brother? What is up? What is up? All right, so listen. Y'all saw the thumbnail. And y'all saw the background of the thumbnail, okay? So y'all already know what it is. The Hunger Games. So what I'm going to do tonight, y'all, is I'm going to, and let me say this real quick, because those of y'all that have been following me for a while, y'all know how this works with me. I get these downloads and these divine inspirations sometimes the day of. Okay. Now, I had no plans as of yesterday to go live tonight. I was going to take the weekend off. I was going to say, you know what, man, I'm going to chill. I got a few projects I need to work on. I'm going to lay low, just do some, y'all know what Capricorns do. Y'all, we always planning and executing, right? You're a Capricorn, thumbs up in the chat if you're a Capricorn, or throw the Capricorn emoji in the chat if you're a Capricorn. Y'all know how we work. We are always planning and executing. Capricorns plan first, and then we execute. So that's all I was doing today. I was just like planning for my execution, things that I needed to execute, rather, planning for the things that I needed to execute during this week. All right. But what happens? The spirit hits me, first of all, with a dream last night that was a major download and part of a pattern. I'm not going to speak on that tonight. We're going to save that till later in the week because I got some prophecy coming. I got some prophecy coming that came to me from the astral realm, and it lines up with prophecy that is found in the book of Isaiah. But we're not going to talk about that tonight. We're going to deal with these beast games, all right? So I'm minding my own business. I get up, I do my daily routine, I meditate, I listen to some sound frequencies, I balance my chakras, all of this stuff. I make sure I'm good to go. Got up, worked out. I did a little bit of yoga today, came back, and then boom. I'm in this heavy energy, y'all, out of nowhere. But it wasn't like a heavy sadness energy. It was this spiritual thing that it just kind of took over. And I'm like, what is going on? What information are you pouring into me, Father? What information are you pouring into me, Divine Mother? What am I receiving? What is this about? And lo and behold, I get this information to present to y'all tonight about these beast games. All right. And this is going to lead into something else. It's going to lead into something else. But give me a minute here. Let me take a look at my notes, and I want to make sure I'm not leaving anything out before I get started. Okay. All right. So yeah. We're gonna draw some comparisons tonight between the Hunger Games films and books, and then this new series, reality series on Amazon Prime Video called Beast Games. All right. And on top of that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to discuss the subtle, very subtle, hidden magic that's hidden right in front of your eyes in television and film. The Beast Games, I got it. Yo, it's out there now. So I got to give it to y'all. But when I drop this on y'all are going to go back. You're going to backtrack and you're going to be like, oh, yeah, I did see that in this movie. Yeah, I did see that in this movie. Yo, y'all, we pulling the covers off. Y'all remember when I dropped a live stream a couple of weeks ago when we were talking about the Pope opening up 5 portals? Remember that? There's no accidents. There's no coincidences. All right. The Pope, who's supposed to be the highest pontiff, the highest clergyman on the planet. If you let him tell it, he's the man next to the man, right? Right. The Pope, the leader of not just Christianity. Y'all think the Pope is just the leader of Christianity. That's smoke. That's a smoke screen. This man is the head of all 3 of the Abrahamic religions. Y'all just don't know that because they don't put it out there like that. All right. They don't put it out there like that. How did that happen? How did we arrive at that? There was some warring that went on. What is this? This is 2024. There's some warring that went on from the institution of Christianity that took place back around 400 something AD, where it became the official. It was either 300 something. No, it's 300 something AD. That Council of Nicaea, and y'all drop it in the chat if you know tonight. Just because I said, Matt, you got your tea tonight. I do. It's brewing right now, but this topic was so hot, I didn't want to make y'all wait because the tea machine been acting up lately. So I'm too far away from it to hear it beep, but it's probably gone off. So I'm at the 9-minute mark right now. About 10 minutes, 10:30. I'm gonna pause. I'm gonna throw that. I'll be right back. Sign up. And I'm gonna go and get it and bring it back in here. So thank you for asking me. Just because I would have forgotten it was in there, and nothing worse than hot tea or hot tea that is turned cold. Right? It's like hot coffee that's lukewarm. You're like, if it's iced tea, it's different. You don't want warm iced tea, and you don't want cold hot tea. Right? Same with coffee. What did the master say? What did the King of Kings and Lord of Lords say? And I ain't talking about that Leonardo da Vinci thing. I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about the creator, divine source, the universal I am presence. What did he say in scripture? He said, I would that you were hot or cold. Because if you lukewarm, I'm going to spit you out my mouth, baby. And we don't like the as above, so below. We don't like lukewarm food. We don't like lukewarm drinks. If it's supposed to be cold, who wants to eat some half melted ice cream, right? Right? All right, Matt, spent too much time on that. Let me get off of that. Okay. So yeah, thank you for reminding me. I do. But now getting back to this Pope thing, just because that the Pope is the Holy Roman Emperor. Exactly. He's the Roman Emperor. They just threw holy in front of it. Okay. He's the but if you let him tell it, he's the man that's closest to the Most High. If you let him tell it. The other thing, again, he's the head of all three of the Abrahamic religions. We don't think that because of the smoke screen, because of the illusions that they show us with all of this fighting and stuff. But let me tell you something. There was a war that continued with the Romans where they said, hey, look, we're losing our military strength. So we're going to flip the script on them and we're going to use spiritual power / mental power to continue the subjugation of the planet. That's what happened. So all of this fighting that you saw between the Holy Roman Empire and the Islamic people or the Muslims or whatever, back for centuries, these so-called holy wars, these so-called crusades, that was to make sure that the Pope was still a man in charge. Now, he's still in charge of the top religions. Remember that photo op some years ago, and maybe I'm gonna bring it up and show that to y'all. Hang on 1 second, y'all. Maybe I'm gonna bring this up. We're in the pregame right now. We're about to kick off in just a minute. Let me bring this up and show this to y'all. What is it? Hang on, y'all. Did I switch? I already switched microphones. Good. Okay, I don't want y'all to pick up that noise from the keyboard. So here we go. Hang on a sec, fam. Okay, let me bring this up for y'all. Oh, you don't want to show that one, right? Forbidden, right? Yeah, no, we're gonna find one. You can run, but you can't hide. We know what this is. Y'all trying to run from it. We're gonna show y'all what it is. You can run, but you can't hide. Come on in here. Give me. Oh, okay. Go right here. New York Times. New York Times. Yeah. Oh, don't do that. I don't care. But nah, okay. That's what y'all want to play games. Tell you what. They don't want y'all to see this picture, but I'm gonna make sure y'all see it. They don't want y'all to see this photo published in 2017. Okay. All right. Hang on, family. Stand by. Okay, I got two photos I'm gonna show y'all, family. I got two photos I'm gonna show y'all. All right. Let me show y'all something here. They don't want y'all to know that the Pope is really the one running the show. Let me show y'all something here. All right, hang on. Here we go. Presents. You know what? Let's do it like this. I want to make sure y'all see this whole thing on the screen. Look at that. New York Times published in 2017. This guy over here, President Trump, he represents Christianity. This guy right here, he's some Saudi guy, whatever, but he represents Islam. And this guy, I'm not sure who he is. I think he's from Israel or something like that. Because remember, this was part of that Abrahamic Accord. So you got Judaism over here, Islam over here, and Christianity over here. All right. Now let's flip it. Let's flip it. What you got right here? The Pope. Pope Francis. You got some Islamic guy right here. He's probably an imam or something like that. And then you got this guy right here who's probably a rabbi. They're showing you what it is right here in front of your face. The Pope runs all this. He runs all this, okay? So when you're talking about the beast system, yeah, what were their hands on, Bella? It was some sort of glowing ball or something, but somebody said it's supposed to represent the world. Let me see if I can zoom in on that. He said, yeah. It's a globe. It's a globe, Bella. I'm gonna try to get in as close as I can, or maybe I could find another image. Hang on a sec. Let's see if I can't get in on that closer. All right. Yeah. Let's bring this one up. We're in the pregame right now, y'all. We're about to get started in just a minute. Okay. That looks like a photo somebody took of their television screen. But what you're looking at right here, Bella, is a globe. It's a glowing gold globe. So what are we symbolizing here? Somebody said that was a ritual. I don't know nothing about that. I wouldn't put it past them. I wouldn't put it past them at all. So let me do this. Let me see if my water's here, so that way I ain't got to get up twice, y'all. Let me see if my water is here. And then I get my water and tea at the same time, so I don't have to leave again. She said I was about to say a whole ritual. Hotshot said, if it's a globe, that's telling us that their wicked plan is globe. It was a globe, Hotshot. It was a globe. It was. You could see, I remember that now, and you could see the continent of North America there in their hands. Let me bring it up one more time. All right. That's like North America right here, right over there. Let me see if I can get another photo. Right there, you can see that's like Alaska over there. You coming down, you got the Baja Peninsula right here. This is America. So if this is like America, Canada. If they spun it around, you probably see Asia, Africa, Europe. Okay, that's what you're looking at, a globe. So we know what it was. Okay, all right. So my water ain't here yet. Let me go ahead and grab my tea, y'all. I'll be right back. Give me 1 second, family. I will be right back. Let me just grab my tea off the tea maker there, so it ain't hot. I mean, so it ain't cold. Hang on a sec. Be right back, fam. Don't go nowhere. I got to get the tea so I can spill the tea, all right? Don't go anywhere, family. Be right back. All right, family, we're back. Let me see if I can change this light up a little bit. Let's go with that right there. We'll go with that. All right, so let's get right in, family. Let's get in. I don't want to hold y'all up any longer. She said, me too, honey, lemon and ginger. Yeah, I got honey in here. I got a little green tea with some honey. So she said, how's everyone in the chat feeling these days? Let's get our fitness goals popping. Hotshot, I'm glad you said that, because your boy's already on that time. I'm already on that type of time. So we doing it. I'm feeling good. Had some yoga today. No knee pain. Y'all know I play tennis, so sometimes the knee pain, y'all know how it is. You're making them quick cuts, stop, start, that kind of thing. So, but no knee pain. I'm happy with my results. The results I'm getting. All you got to do is put the work in. You're gonna get the results. You put in the work, you're gonna get the results. So thanks for adding that, Hotshot. Now, let me say this. Today, I told y'all I was feeling super. I'm just gonna say spiritual, because I don't have another term to describe it. The dream that I had last night already set me in a type of mood, but I was out of it. I got up, I listened to some hot music, I'm pumping some Jaheim. Y'all, if y'all know, y'all throw a thumbs up in the chat if you like Jaheim. I rock with Jaheim. One of the greatest artists ever that was railroaded by the industry. Yet another sad story of a great artist to me, his voice is probably the greatest, in my opinion, since Teddy Pendergrass. He's just smooth. And I'm not saying Teddy Pendergrass is the greatest. I mean, we got Luther Vandross, we got Phil Perry. I know y'all love Phil Perry. If you like soul R&B, you gotta love Phil Perry. We got other voices like who we got some Gregory Porter. We got Freddie Jackson back in the day again, Luther, Will Downing, that kind of thing. But Jaheim to me bridged that gap between, he was like a hip hop artist, crooner, but he was like hip hop, but he wasn't rapping, and he had just these smooth vocals Didn't need no auto-tune like a lot of these people. So I had some Jaheim playing this morning, man. And yo, Jaheim, that's my dude. Shout out to you, Jaheim, if you're watching this video. But again, when I got back from the yoga studio, y'all, I was just in, it's almost like I was dreaming, but wide awake. Some of y'all know what I'm talking about, okay? Where you feel like you in another realm, but you're awake, okay? That's the best way I could describe it. And I'm getting these downloads, y'all. And so I wanted to know what was going on. So what do? The first thing I do is I pull out my phone and I open up my moon tracker app because I want to see what sign the moon is in. The moon is in Pisces. Why wouldn't it be, right? The moon is in Pisces. And on top of that, we know that the Pope finished his fifth, or he opened up his fifth of 5 portals that he said back in December that he was going to open. I'm going to tell y'all, we're going to talk about that 5 magic in a minute. And when I say 5 magic, I'm not talking about no woo, none of that stuff. Some of y'all with small minds are thinking, okay? No offense to you. I ain't trying to offend nobody, but it's 2025. We ain't got time to coddle nobody's feelings, okay? If this ain't for you, this ain't your channel. You have to go ahead and click off, okay? I ain't talking about no woo, shoo, do, no, none of that, okay? Lulu, voodoo, woo, none of that stuff, all right? There is power in numbers. Why? Because the universe runs on numbers. Now, what the church does, and a lot of these world leaders do, is they harness the energy of certain numbers to do the dark things that they do. And then you know what they do? They turn around and do? They use that tool called the church and Western religion to scare y'all away from it. They tell y'all that these universal energies that have been here long before us, that will be here long after we're gone, and will be here when we come back, because y'all know we continue to recycle, okay? They've been here long before us. They're here now. They're gonna be here long after we're gone, and they'll be here when we get back. These are universal energies. Everything in the universe runs on some sort of numeric frequency. Numbers run the universe. Numbers 1 through 9. Some people talk about 0. We can talk about that another time. But 1 through 9, and some combination of these numbers, 1 through 9. There are only 9 numbers. Okay, you can throw 0 if you want to throw 0 in there and call it a 10th number. Do that, but 0 don't count for nothing, so it ends up coming back to 1. Okay, you put a 0 after a 1, that's 10, but you reduce it using numerology, it's right back at a 1. So these people, they know how to harness the energy of the ordinances that some call planets, some call energies, some call cosmic forces. They know how to harness and lock in to whatever frequency and energy wave these things are on to do their works of darkness. They do. Why? It's a tool. Okay, the cosmos is a tool. The numbers just are what they are. They're numbers. Okay, the energies of the cosmos, they've always been there. In the scripture, they're called ordinances. Why? Ordinances are things that govern. Okay, each and every one of us, whether you like it or not, whether you believe in astrology or not, you are made up of some combination of those same cosmic energies. The sun, the moon, Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, Pluto, and a myriad of other asteroids that I don't even get into, y'all. And I'm not saying I don't get into them because they're bad. It's just, it's like infinite. All right. You can go to astro.com, pop your stuff in there and see what some of these other different energies are. They're not, to me, they're secondary and tertiary energies. That's why I don't get into them too much. But I do follow some people on Instagram that do. One of them, I believe her name is My Moon Girl Readings. Let me drop that in here for y'all real quick. That's one of the channels I follow on Instagram. And she gets into some of those asteroids and tell you how they affect different aspects of your life, your career, your love life, your families, all of that stuff. To me, if you never knew those things, it wouldn't matter to you, honestly. If you know the primary stuff, that's all you need for your entire life. Okay, so that's what I deal with. I deal with the primary stuff. But the point I'm making is these are energies that make us who we are, some combination of them. Just like all of the ingredients in your kitchen. You can take flour, some sort of fat, butter, oil, whatever, sugar, salt, whatever. You can make a pound cake with it. You can make cookies with it. You can make pancakes with it. It's a pancake over here. This over here is a pound cake. This over here is a pie crust, whatever. All of those things come from the same basic ingredients. I just gave you a microcosm right there. Use the kitchen to look at each and every person you see in your life. We're all made from the same base ingredients, but different measures of these different ingredients change the formula so that you got different outcomes. That is basically the basis of astrology. Okay. So now getting back to my point, these world leaders, they tap into these frequencies. They tap into the frequencies of these numbers. They tap into the frequencies of colors. We're going to talk about that tonight, okay? They tap into the frequencies of colors. They tap into the frequencies of sound. All of these things that I'm telling you about are spiritual. In my book, From Fear to Faith, A Survivor Story, I talk about guarding the channels into who you are, guarding the channels into your persona. 3 physical channels and 2 spiritual channels. Your mouth, what you eat and drink. Your skin, what you put on it gets absorbed into you. Your nose, what you breathe in gets into your system or whatever. Those are physical channels. And then you got 2 spiritual channels, your eyes and your ears. And there is no shortage of attacks on all 5 of those channels that come from the Matrix. That's why they always showing you an ad with something that you really probably, if you knew what it was made of, you probably wouldn't put it in your body. You probably would not eat it. If you knew how it affected your body, you probably wouldn't drink it. But that's the stuff they're always advertising. They never advertise anything that's good for you. Why? Because it's a self-licking ice cream cone. They use spiritual channels, we're going to talk about those tonight, to advertise things to you that can attack your physical body, which is in turn going to lower your vibrations. It's going to lower your spiritual vibrations because you're now in the energy of some physical ailment that does what? It puts you in the energy of pain, which leads to grief or sadness. It puts you in the energy of, oh, you got this upset stomach? Well, take this other thing right here. And it's got some side effect. When if you just ate clean, if you had just eaten clean, you wouldn't have any of those symptoms, right? Spiritual warfare. It hits you on all 5 of your channels, okay? From Fear to Faith, A Survivor Story. Check it out. That's my story. It's available in Kindle and Apple iBooks and in limited quantities at my website, www.talfordarts.com, okay? From Fear to Faith, A Survivor Story by Matt D. Talford. Now, so what are we talking about tonight? We're talking about the Beast Games. Is it a prelude to the real life Hunger Games? I know I'm sure I left something out. I'm sure I jumped off track or something. But what I was saying, just to backtrack a little bit before we get started, yes, the Pope is the leader of the religious world. He's in charge of all 3 of the Abrahamic religions. Okay, the Romans defeated for the better part. Defeated the Islamic factions that were warring against them. But when you got the people at the top of the game shaking hands with the Pope and all putting their hands on the globe, they're telling you what it is. There's one leader. In the scriptures, we talk about, I believe it's the 13th chapter of Revelation, the beast or the dragon, which gave power to the beast. The beast is the top man in the Roman Empire. The dragon, well, the embodiment of it or the physical, what's the word I'm looking for? The representation of it, the artistic representation of it, sits behind the beast. The dragon sits behind the beast in the Vatican Conference Hall. I don't care if y'all mad watching this, so-called elites, because the only thing y'all are elite at is lying to people. The only thing you're elite at is killing, stealing, and destroying. But your time is up. For those of y'all that understand hockey, if you've ever seen hockey or you know the game of hockey, put it in the chat. Put a thumbs up in the chat, all right? Because in the game of hockey, there's something called a power play. A power play in hockey is when one of those starters that's on that floor gets, or one of those players that's on the ice gets put in a penalty box. And now the other team has one more player than the team that's on the floor. So that puts the team that has one more player in the power play, making it easier percentage-wise for them to score a goal on their opponent. But guess what? That power play only lasts for the amount of time that this player over here is in that penalty box. When he comes back out of that penalty box, it's even Steven again. Okay? So the power of the elites, their time in the power play was when the chosen ones were in bondage. And the chosen ones were carrying out a sentence that was placed upon them by the Most High for their disobedience. Not that I'm going to punish you for your disobedience. You're going to punish yourself. That's what people don't understand. And I'm about to get started. That's what people don't understand. The blessings and the curses are always built into the instruction. The blessings and curses are always built into the instruction. When you follow the instructions, you get the reward that comes with the instructions. For those of y'all that you buy a desk or something like that to put in your home office and it's in a box in pieces, they got a step-by-step guide for you to follow. If you follow those instructions, at the end, you're going to have a perfect desk. But if you choose to take a shortcut or veer away from the instructions and say, well, I'm going to do this because I think I can do this easier, and then you break something, well, now you got a broken desk that's shaky, it won't stand up right. Whose fault is it? Is it the fault of the manufacturers or is it yours? That's how this thing works. If the cake says bake me, if the box says bake this cake at 325 for 45 to 50 minutes, and you say, well, I ain't got that much time, I'm gonna bake it at 450 to see if I can cut that time in half, and the cake doesn't come out right, is it the fault of the manufacturer or is it your fault? So the blessings and curses are always built into the instruction. So the chosen ones who chose not to follow the instructions, they got what came with that. That's why you can't say, man, God punishing me. No, you punished yourself because the instruction was given to you by the Most High and you chose not to follow it. So you punished yourself. The blessings and curses are built into the instruction. All right? So that's what happened. So while these chosen ones, who were the mightiest of the mighty, had their DNA switched off, let's get raw tonight because it's 2025. They ain't taking no shorts. We ain't taking no shorts either. Okay? Those mightiest of the mighty that had 10 of their DNA strands turned off, and the matrix started telling you, well, you got 12 DNA strands, only 2 of them are active, the other 10 are junk. When you ever known a creator to make junk? Okay? So when the mightiest of the mighty had that DNA turned off, I know some of y'all ready for me to get into this. Let me get off here. They fell under subjection, but guess what? It was only for a time period. So while they were in that time period, these so-called elites were running amok on this planet, in this realm, making y'all think they're in charge. They ain't in charge of something that rhymes with spit, that ends with an S and starts with an SH and ends with a T. I'm gonna try to keep it clean for the kids, okay? The only thing that makes them elite is their ability to lie and deceive. That's their real power is deception, all right? Because if you're weaker than somebody who is mightier than you, the only way you're gonna get him is to deceive him, and then you got him underneath you, or you get him to lower his vibration down to where you are. If you can't get above a 5 and there's 10 vibrational frequencies and you can't get above a 5, but this guy right here can match, you know what? If there's 9 frequencies, y'all stay with me. If there's 9 frequencies, this guy right here, his highest potential is 9 and your highest potential is 5. Well, for you to deal with him, you got to get him to come down to your frequency. But y'all time is up because y'all are seen now. The cloak is off. The age of Pisces is over. Age of Pisces is over. Pisces, ruled by Neptune, which is the planet of visions, dreams, but it's also the planet of illusions. When you're in high vibrational energy and you're a Pisces, you get some vivid stuff coming down. But when you're in low vibration, you think you see something that actually isn't there. Because Neptune will trick you too. Neptune will trick you, but it's in that lower vibration. Neptune, the ruler of water, ruler of the seas. Check this out, and I'm going to move on. Check this out, and I'm going to move on. When you get in the ocean, guess what? The higher you are up in that ocean, like when you're in that higher depths, when you're, I don't know what the right thing is. I'm not a scientist. I'm not an ocean marine biologist or any of that stuff. But when you at surface level down to about 100 feet, the sun can penetrate that. So you can see. But guess what happens the deeper you go in that water? Stay with me. It gets darker and darker to the point where you can't see because you're supposed to be up here. But guess what? There are creatures in them lower waters that can see you, but you can't see them. That's what was happening during the age of Pisces. I don't know why the Most High took me down the side road. I know what I came here to talk about. I'm going to get to it, but that was for somebody. The age of Pisces is over with. We're in the age of Aquarius, now the water bearer. Water does what? Water gives life. All right? We're in the age of truth. The mysteries are falling away right and left because we're now in the age where all eyes are going to see. And that's scripture. Now, let me get on this thing, y'all. Let me get on this thing. Let me get on it. Told y'all this wasn't nothing to play with tonight. The Beast Games. Is this a prelude to real life Hunger Games? Let's talk about it, y'all. Let me open up my notes. Let's talk about it. All right? Let's talk about it. All right? Here's what we're going to do tonight. We're going to harness that same 5 energy that they're using for wickedness, and we're going to show you how to use that same energy for good. All right? Y'all been seeing a lot of 5 stuff. You're going to see 5. You're going to see a whole lot of 5. You're going to see a whole lot of number 5 energy this year. That's what they're using right now. They started it at the end of Gregorian year 2024 because they knew what was coming in 2025. Okay? They knew what was coming in 2025. So they planted their seeds last year to try to give themselves a fighting chance here. They tried to build a VPN tunnel to hide what they're trying to do, but it's exposed. Because why? Because we're in the age of Aquarius now. Right? So you got today, the Pope opened his 5th of 5 portals, and he did it when the moon was in the sign of Pisces, transitioning out of Pisces into Aries. Pisces is spiritual energy. This is why I was kind of caught up today. I'm like, good God, what's going on with me? But what did I tell y'all? What did I tell y'all a number of lives ago? I told y'all when this North Node hits Pisces and is fully stationed in Pisces, all them Pisces placements that y'all got are going to be activated. A lot of people's are coming online right now. Look at your 12th house sign. Why? Because the 12th house, natural ruler of the 12th house is Pisces, ruled by Neptune. So look at your 12th house sign. They don't have to be Pisces. Whatever you got sitting in your 12th house, that energy is going to be amplified for the next 18 months. Look at any placements that you have at 0 degrees, 12 degrees, or 24 degrees. Whatever placement you have there, that's going to be amplified for the next 12 months. Okay? And then last but not least, look at where you got Pisces in, what house you got Pisces in. That's going to be amplified this year. I said last but not least, correction. Look at what house you have Pisces in. That's going to get amplified right now. And it's going to be amplified for the next 18 months before that before that energy starts to subside. Okay? And then last but not least, look at any planets you have in Pisces. Any planets you have in Pisces, that energy is going to be amplified over the next 18 months. So here they do their fifth ritual. They do the fifth ritual on the 5th day of the new year, the new Gregorian year. Y'all think that's a coincidence that it happened? Y'all was planned that way. And just so happened to be on the day that the moon is in Pisces and leaving the sign of Pisces and going over into Aries. Let me pull up something for y'all because we're setting it up now. We're setting it up. I'm going to show y'all these beast games. We're setting it up. Give me a second. We're setting it up now. Y'all going to learn something tonight, man. Y'all learn something every time you come over here. I know you do because I learned it. I'm just sharing with y'all what I got. All right. Let's see what we got here. Moon tracks. Lunar ingress. Let me show y'all this, man. Let's make this bigger and bring this up. Cancel. Presents. Boom. All right. Today's date is January the 5th. Okay. Today's date is January the 5th. The moon entered Aries at 7:01 p.m. UTC. So if you're on the East Coast, United States, that was about 3:01 p.m. that it left Pisces, and it entered Pisces at 3:21 UTC. Remember, UTC is Eastern Time plus 4. Okay, GMT is Eastern Time plus 5. That's the one they talk about. That's London, right? Greenwich Mean Time. That's the one they typically go by around the planet. This is UTC. The table is developed using UTC 0 time zone, aka GMT. You know what? Maybe I'm wrong. UTC 0 time zone, aka GMT is plus 5. So maybe I'm a little bit off. Okay, I thought it was UTC straight up, but I looked this stuff up last year and I could have sworn UTC was plus 4 and GMT is plus 5, but they're making it the same. Either way, either or. Okay, either or. It went into Pisces on the 3rd and left Pisces on today. Okay, but meantime, it was in Pisces moving into Aries. What is Aries? What is the moon? The moon is the controller of the emotions, the governor of the emotions. Okay, the governor of our emotional energy. Most everything we do on this planet is driven by some emotion. Most everything we do, unless you are an emotionless being, aka soulless being, then you're working on something different. Okay, you're a tool of the dark side. That's a story for another day. The moon is the governor of the emotions. So you start this thing while the moon is in the spiritual sign, feminine sign of Pisces, and then moving over into the sign of Aries, which is the sign of war, the ram. I look at everything, y'all. To me, there's no coincidences. So he opened up the 5th of those 5 portals on today. That's 5 energy and 5 energy again. They're trying to harness something. What is 5? 5 is the energy of change, but it's also the energy of activation. I'm going to talk about that tonight. I'm going to show y'all something. Let me get there. Let me get there because I know y'all tired of me saying I'm going to show y'all something. She said, why were the degrees to check? Thanks. Just because. Why were the degrees to check? Just because every degree in your natal chart is assigned to a sign. Every degree is assigned to a sign. I'm not going to go through all 29 degrees tonight. Okay, so you can look this stuff up. What you can Google it, you can look it up. But the reason I mentioned 3 degrees because they are the Pisces degrees. 0 degree is Pisces energy. There are a lot of astrologers out there that teach that 0 degree is nothing. That's that junk DNA type of scenario. There's no such thing as something not having a purpose. Everything in creation has a purpose. Okay, So, Matt, why did you say 0 degrees is Pisces? Well, if the first degree is Aries, then what is the sign that comes before Aries? Pisces. Okay. So if you're doing it like that, it starts with Pisces, ends with it. 0 degrees. Okay. 0 degrees. Now, 0 degrees. You can't jump from the 29th degree, which is the degree of, let me see, 24 would be Pisces, 25 is going to be Aries, 26, and there's some more numerological reductions, but I'm using the straight up traditional that everybody teaches. I'm not saying that they're teaching it wrong. They're only teaching you they're only teaching you one piece of it. There's more reduction you can do, but I ain't got time to get too deep into it. 24th degree is Pisces, 25th is Aries, 26th is Taurus, 27th is Gemini, 28th is Cancer, the 29th is Leo. Okay, you can't go from Leo to 0 degrees and then jump to Aries again. Okay, it kind of doesn't work. There's one more degree there because everything starts in astrology with 0 degrees. All right, where are we? We're in Capricorn season right now. Anybody whose birthday was December 22nd, depending on what time, there's 0. Depending on what time after midnight. Okay, anybody whose birthday was in is December 22nd, and also depending on some other stuff astrologically speaking, but that's the head of Capricorn season. So you're looking at a 0 degrees Capricorn. Okay. All right. So let me get away from that. Anyway, the Piscean degrees you want to look at, you want to look for any planets or houses that you have in 0 degrees, 12 degrees, or 24 degrees. All right. Let me get off of that. Now, let me get back to this. I'm off of that lunar ingress calendar. So went from Pisces to Aries. Went from the emotion of peace, the emotion of spirituality, the emotion of giving. Pisces is very giving energy, to the emotion of the warrior. Why would they do that when those moon cycles are in between like that and moving from Pisces to Aries? Why? Could it have something to do with the fact that the North Node is leaving Aries? Are you trying to do something to hold on to that war energy? I don't know, y'all. All I do is report on what I see. Y'all can make what you will of it. I can give you my spin on it. But if I don't know, I'm going to tell you I don't know. But I'm still going to tell you what I saw. That's how I move. Okay? Now, so he opened his 5th of 5 portals today. But I'm going to show you how to work with this 5 energy. Because as I said, they use these numeric frequencies. They use these planetary energies. They use all of this stuff in the cosmos and harness that energy and get in alignment with that energy to do their darkness. But then they'll turn around in them same 3 religions and tell you that it's evil if you get involved with the same thing they doing. It ain't evil. It's a tool. The knife ain't evil. You can do something high vibrational with it and use it as a tool for good, or you can do something low vibrational with it and use it as a tool for evil. That's it. Period. So it's the same thing. They tap into these frequencies. They tap into these colors. They tap into these sound frequencies. They don't want you to do the same thing. Now, let's get on. I took way too long to get started, y'all, but it had to come out. I'm just a vessel. Okay. So now, remember, nothing is ever a coincidence with these fake elites who are only elite in their ability to use deception, which does not work against the light. Okay. Let me say that. They're only elite in their ability to use deception, which does not work against the light. It never has, and it never will. Okay. So we're going to hit 5 points tonight. We're going to hit 5 points tonight too, but I'm going to get to those. Let me read something for y'all, and then we're going to get on into these beast games. I'm going to show you the connection, but I got to set the table for you. So let me set the table for you. Thank you, Just Because, for doing that. Thank you. Let me set the table for you. All right. Let's see. Where's my notes? I want y'all to see this, because the beast games is the beast. When you hear beast in the scripture, think Roman Empire. When you hear beast in the scripture, when you see beast in Revelation, think the Roman emperor. And the modern day Roman emperor is who? The Holy Roman Emperor, which is the Pope. Okay. So when you see beast, think about that. When you see dragon in Revelation, it's who the beast works for. It's who the beast gets his power to do what he needs to do from. Y'all, we dealing with straight dark and light right now. We there now. It's war. You can stick your head in the sand and hope everything goes okay, or you can get in the game. If you got the light in you, you're needed in the game. Okay. If you have the light in you, you came here for what we're doing right now. If you have the light in you, okay? Get in the game. Don't be no punk. You were created for this. Don't be no punk, all right? Get in the game. Truth be told, they scared of you. You ever see a dog growling back in the day? He growling, but he's so scared. His hair standing up and he growling, but he peeing on himself. All right, you know what it is. That's a dog that knows he about to die. Okay, As bad as I am, who I'm about to roll up on, they're a little bit tougher. I see their art field. Animals see auras. Animals see auras. All right. Let me decline these cookies. And I mean, if there was homemade cookies, I wouldn't decline them. But since there's cyber cookies, I'm gonna decline them. All right. All right. Y'all don't laugh. I know that was corny. Don't laugh. Can you please go? Okay, thank you. I'm not subscribing here. Not today. Let's get off of this. And let me share the screen. I'm gonna read something for y'all right now, okay? Because I've been talking long enough. Let's get into this. And y'all notice I didn't say what time I was gonna be done tonight. I knew better. So y'all give me a hand clap for that. By the way, if you're just tuning in, please hit that like button on your way in. All right. Now let's share this. Thank y'all for being here tonight. I know y'all could be anywhere. Y'all could be watching Sunday Night Football, but y'all hanging out with Matt D. Talford, and I do not take that lightly, okay? I want y'all to know that from the bottom of my heart. Here we go. All right. Gladiators of the Roman Empire. We're talking about the Beast Games. We're going to connect this to the Beast Games, okay? All right? And I want to, a part of me wants to, the physical side of me wants to apologize for how long it took me to get into this part, y'all. That's the physical side of me. The spiritual side of me knows that what came out before this had to come out. So here we are, okay? Whichever energy you want to live in, if you want to live in the energy of your spiritual nature, then you could appreciate what I just said. If you want to live in your physical nature, like he took too long, then please accept my apology, okay? Now, let's go. Gladiators of the Roman Empire. Uncover the thrilling and brutal world, blah, blah, blah. I'm down Michael Keller. I'm going to skip past that. Wow, he just wrote that here on 11/24. Probably wrote it because of that Denzel Washington movie. Let's do this, all right? What drives someone to fight for their life in front of thousands of spectators? In the heart of ancient Rome, the roar of the crowd echoed through colossal arenas as warriors fought for their lives, their honor, and their freedom. These gladiators, often portrayed as ruthless killers, let me make sure I'm on the screen here. Okay, good, we're good. These gladiators, often portrayed as ruthless killers, were much more than mere combatants. They were complex figures who existed at the crossroads of fame, fear, and violence. While their battles captivated the masses, their lives were defined by far more than the blood-soaked sands of the arena. Who were they, and what drove them to risk everything for the brutal sport of gladiatorial combat? Behind the sword and shield, there's a story waiting to be uncovered, one that challenges everything we think we know about these iconic figures of history. The origins. The earliest recorded gladiatorial games took place in 264 BCE at the funeral of a Roman aristocrat named Decimus Junius Brutus. Brutus's funeral was intended to be an extravagant affair, meant to honor his status and ensure his memory lived on. The event, however, marked a significant shift in Roman cultural and religious practices, as it introduced the concept of gladiatorial combat as part of Roman funeral rites. Pardon me. Okay. In Roman tradition, death was often seen as a passage to the afterlife, and the relationship between the living and the dead was deeply tied to rituals and ceremonies that ensured the deceased would rest peacefully. The belief was that the spirits of the dead, especially those of the elite, needed to be appeased to secure their favor in the afterlife. Rituals involving bloodshed, such as sacrifices, were seen as ways to maintain this connection. And in early Rome, these offerings could include the sacrifice of animals or even humans in extreme cases. Y'all remember all of that work I did, those 3 or 4 videos I did, or videos and lives that I did talking about Baal, okay? Keep that in mind with this, okay? Rituals, gladiatorial games, the Hunger Games, the Beast Games, rituals. It's all connected. Keep it in mind, okay? Next. The idea of using combat to honor the dead was likely influenced by these older traditions, but with a unique Roman twist. The first gladiatorial contests held at Brutus's funeral were conducted as a symbolic act of sacrifice. The fighters, known as gladiators, were typically prisoners of war or slaves who were forced to fight. These men offered their lives as living sacrifices intended to appease the spirits and secure a peaceful afterlife for the deceased. The bloodshed in the arena symbolized the offering of life itself, which was thought to honor both the individual who had passed and the gods who governed the dead. What led Brutus's family to believe this form of sacrifice was appropriate and effective is still a matter of speculation, but it likely stemmed from a combination of Roman religious beliefs and their respect for martial valor. Rome was a society that placed great value on honor, strength, and military prowess, and the gladiator's role in the arena reflected these virtues. Sounds like modern Rome, aka the Western powers, the US, Great Britain, Canada, Italy, France. Same thing. Same thing. I told y'all this is the decentralized. If you live in any one of those countries I just named, France, okay, any of those countries I just named, the Netherlands, all of those. You live in any of those European countries that I just named, or these United States, you're living in decentralized modern Rome. That's why you see some of the same things. And this is why these athletes are so highly heralded, and these warriors that come home from combat with all of these decorations are so highly heralded. Why? It showed you just in that sentence before. Now, in death, as in life, picking up here, the ability to confront and overcome adversity was seen as a fitting tribute. Over time, the funerary origins of these combat events evolved into public spectacles, but the initial intent, to honor the dead through sacrifice, remained central to their cultural significance. What began as a means to appease the spirits of the deceased grew into a display of power, skill, and entertainment, deeply ingrained in the Roman culture, and eventually becoming one of the most famous aspects of ancient Roman society. While the origins of gladiatorial combat were deeply rooted in religious ritual, by the time the arena became a public spectacle, the gladiators themselves had become legendary figures in their own right. Gladiators, fighters, and styles. Contrary to popular belief, gladiators weren't just mindless warriors. They were highly trained fighters who specialized in different combat styles. Think boxing, martial arts, MMA, okay, taekwondo, Brazilian jiu-jitsu, all of this stuff that they compete in and show you on television. Think about that, okay? I'm going to read that again. Contrary to popular beliefs, gladiators weren't just mindless warriors. They were highly trained fighters who specialized in different combat styles. The Thracian gladiator, wielding a curved sword, was known for his agility and speed. The Retiarius, armed with a trident, y'all know what a trident is that thing that looks like a fork that's got a three-pronged fork, okay? That's like on a long handle, like a spear or something. The Retiarius, armed with a trident and a net, used strategy and distance to defeat his opponent, while the Murmillo, equipped with a short sword and a rectangular shield, embodied brute strength. These categories allowed for diverse and thrilling battles, each with its own tactical approach. The variety of gladiatorial roles was central to the spectacle of the arena. Each type of gladiator was designed to showcase different skills, creating a dynamic and unpredictable fight. For instance, the Thracian's agility made him a swift and elusive opponent, often using his speed to outmaneuver heavier gladiators like the Murmillo. The Murmillo, on the other hand, I know it's a double L, but I'm using the Spanish and the Italian pronunciation of it, okay? For those of y'all that are wondering why I'm using a Y sound. The Murmillo, on the other hand, relied on his shield and sword to overpower his opponents with raw strength and defense. Meanwhile, the Retiarius employed a unique tactic of using his net to ensnare his opponent from a distance, making for a battle of patience and strategy. If those of you who have seen the Book of Clarence, you probably saw that in that movie where you had the one warrior using a net to try to trap the Clarence and snatch him up, snare him up so he can do him in. Okay? The contrast between these fighting styles kept the audience on the edge of their seats, as they never knew what to expect from each match. Sounds like mixed martial arts today, doesn't it? You can get a guy who's skilled in Brazilian jiu-jitsu going against a guy who's a skilled street fighter, or someone who's skilled in kicking and striking, okay? Certain types of gladiators were often pitted against one another to heighten the excitement. For example, a Retiarius might frequently fight a heavy-armed Murmillo, creating an intense contrast of tactics. One focused on speed and evasion, the other on power and defense. These battles showcased not only the gladiators' individual skills, but also the strategic nature of the fights. The audience's enjoyment came from watching the clash of different styles, appreciating both the skill and the drama of the battle. Y'all keep that paragraph in mind when I talk about these beast games, all right? That's a picture of the trident right there. That's a trident. Okay? All right. Okay, can I get off of that? Thank you. Okay, now training, fame, and survival. Let me see if I can make that fit. The diversity of gladiatorial styles also served to add layers of complexity to the games. It wasn't just about fighting, there was an element of storytelling in each contest. The Mumio's brute force versus the agility of the Thracian, or the finesse of the Retiarius, told a story of strategy, strength, and survival, captivating the crowd and drawing them into the experience. This variety ensured that the spectacle was always fresh and full of anticipation, keeping the audience's attention and maintaining the appeal of the games for years. The gladiator schools called Ludi or Ludi. I'm guessing that's Ludi if I use Italian slash, if I use Latin rules, Latin, Spanish, Italian. The gladiator schools called Ludi were essential in training these men and occasionally women to fight. Sounds like today, doesn't it? Among the most famous was the Ludus Magnus in Rome, located near the Colosseum, where gladiators honed their skills under the strict supervision of a lanista, or a trainer. While many gladiators were slaves, prisoners of war, or criminals, some chose the life of a gladiator for reasons other than coercion. Free men, often in debt or seeking fame, voluntarily entered the Ludi, risking their lives for the possibility of wealth and glory. The the auctori, the auctorati, let me just say it as they probably would. The auctorati recruiters lured men in with promises of riches, and many gladiators chose to stay in the arena, captivated by their celebrity status and the admiration of their fans. See some of these guys that stay in a boxing ring too long. The life of a gladiator was not for the faint-hearted. Upon entering the Ludi, gladiators swore the Sacramentum Gladiatorium, promising to endure pain, humiliation, and the possibility of death. Sound like them Baal rituals, doesn't it? For those of y'all that saw my videos. They were subjected to harsh training, marked with branding and chains, and forced to fight until they could no longer continue. Yet, the promise of freedom, often symbolized by the rudis, a wooden sword, kept many fighting, hoping to earn their release. Hoping to earn their release. He vows to endure to be burned, to be bound, to be beaten, and to be killed by the sword. That was the gladiator's oath. Although rare, women did fight as gladiators. Clarissa Shields, okay? Ronda Rousey, just some names, okay? All right? Known as gladiatrices, these women participated in the same brutal contests as their male counterparts, though often as a novelty or special event rather than the norm. Y'all see these fight cards where they got 1 female boxing matches and like 5 male boxing matches? Same with MMA, UFC. Their presence in the arena is an intriguing aspect of gladiatorial history, adding depth and complexity to the narrative of these warriors. The spectacle. One of the most common misconceptions about gladiatorial combat is that these battles were frequently fought to the death. Wow, that's a misconception I held. While death in the arena did occur, it was far less common than often portrayed. While death in the arena did occur, it was far less common than often portrayed. Gladiators were valuable investments, and their training and care were costly. Most matches ended when one combatant was wounded or incapacitated, and the outcome was typically decided by the fighters themselves. Wow. Almost sounds like a knockout in today, doesn't it? Or somebody tapping out when they're submitted in UFC or MMA, mixed martial arts, for those of y'all that don't know what MMA stands for. Let me read that again. Most matches ended when one combatant was wounded or incapacitated, and the outcome was typically decided by the fighters themselves. In some cases, it's debated that the crowd, eager for blood, would call for the fate of the defeated to be sealed. However, it was ultimately the trainer or sponsor of the event who made the final decision on whether the loser lived or died. The true death toll in the arena was likely lower than what many imagine, although some did meet their end during these matches. The lives of gladiators were often short, brutal, and filled with unimaginable hardship, but some managed to achieve legendary status. either through their extraordinary skill in the arena or their larger-than-life personas. Some gladiators earned fame for their prowess and bravery, while others became symbols of defiance, rebellion, and resistance. Emperor Commodus. One of the most infamous figures in gladiatorial history is Emperor Commodus, who took part in gladiatorial combat not out of genuine love for the sport, but to bolster his own ego and seek adoration from the Roman Empire. Commodus, the son of the philosopher Emperor Marcus Aurelius. Oh wow! I saw something on Netflix. I saw a Netflix little documentary thing. It was a series they did on the Roman Empire. I remember hearing about him, the son of Marcus Aurelius. Wow, y'all check that out if you get a chance. It may be called Empire Games or something, or the Roman Empire, something. They got some good documentaries on Netflix. Some of it is commentary. A lot of them are commentary mixed with some reenactments. So if you guys get a chance to look through some of those, they're really good. I didn't watch that Alexander one because one of my boys told me about some of the depiction of who Alexander was, and I'm not interested in seeing that. So I don't know who that's for, but anybody that wants to see that, watch that at your own risk. Okay, let me just leave it at that. All right. If you're a manly man, watch that at your own risk. I'm gonna leave it at that. Okay. Let me get back into this again. To ensure his victories, Commodus. Where was I? Nope. I went too low. Let me start back up here. One of the most infamous figures in gladiatorial history is Emperor Commodus, who took part in gladiatorial combat not out of genuine love for the sport, but to bolster his own ego and seek adoration from the Roman populace. Commodus, the son of the philosopher Emperor Marcus Aurelius, began participating in gladiator matches around 192 CE. His motivations, however, were far from noble. He saw these public battles as a means of proving his superiority and reinforcing his image as a powerful ruler. Rather than fighting for honor or glory, he fought to feed his insatiable desire for control and admiration. To ensure his victories, Commodus rigged the matches. He only fought opponents who were either unarmed, injured, or otherwise incapable of offering a real challenge. I wonder if Jake Paul is Commodus reincarnated. You never know. Okay? He even fought against animals, many of which were either drugged or incapacitated beforehand. Damn, Jake. I hope you're watching this. We know you now. Jake, a.k.a. Commodus. Commodus Paul. Yeah, that's you. It's said that he would often perform dramatic and exaggerated victories, pretending to defeat wild beasts or multiple adversaries, although his actual fighting skills were far from impressive. The rigging of his matches became known after his reign, and accounts for contemporary historians such as Dio Cassius reveal. Let me read that in the right cadence. The rigging of his matches became known after his reign, and accounts from contemporary historians such as Dio Cassius reveal that Commodus's actions were widely condemned. His participation in gladiatorial combat was seen as degrading for an emperor, and his choice to indulge in such mockery of the tradition caused many to view him as cowardly and weak. Sound like Jake Paul. In a society that valued strength and honor, Commodus's staged battles damaged his legacy, further cementing his reputation as one of Rome's most controversial and ineffective rulers. Flamma. In contrast to the self-serving antics of Commodus, the story of Flamma, a renowned gladiator from Syria, is one of choice and sacrifice. Bet he was a brother. Syria. Y'all know who was up, down, and throughout that whole region before the scattering, right? Let me just plug that. And I don't care if you don't like it. Y'all say whatever the hell y'all want on y'all channels. I'm gonna say what I want to say here. Flamma, unlike many gladiators, had the opportunity to earn his freedom multiple times due to his exceptional fighting abilities and popularity among spectators. Earn his freedom? I think I just answered my own question. In fact, he was offered freedom more than once, yet he chose to remain in the arena, captivated not just by the thrill of battle, but by the adoration of his fans. Flamma's fame grew to legendary proportions, so much so that graffiti of his likeness and name can still be found on the walls of Pompeii and Rome, etched by his loyal followers. See, now I'm gonna go look that up. I wonder if they changed, if they did that nose erasure thing on that one too. Yeah, I'm calling y'all out, man. Time's up. Y'all out. Yeah. Our players are out of the penalty box. Now we're going to see a real hockey game. The admiration for Flama was not just about his victories, but also his charismatic persona and relentless spirit. His ability to endure hardship and defeat opponents made him a symbol of resilience, and he became a hero to many who saw him as a living example of bravery in the face of brutality. Though we do not know the precise details of his death, it's believed that Flama died in the arena, continuing to fight until he could no longer do so. His enduring popularity, however, lasted beyond his death, as he became a symbol of the gladiatorial tradition, someone who willingly embraced the brutal lifestyle, not for survival, but for fame, respect, and the adulation of the masses. And y'all know this one right here. They did a whole series on him. And we know who he was, too. Spartacus. No gladiator is more synonymous with the resistance and rebellion than Spartacus. Or let me say that properly. No gladiator is more synonymous with resistance and rebellion than Spartacus, the Thracian gladiator who led one of the most famous slave revolts in history. Slave revolts. Y'all do the math. Spartacus was born in Thrace, modern-day Bulgaria, and don't let that throw you off, by the way. And after being captured and sold into slavery, was trained as a gladiator in the gladiatorial school at Capua. Though his life began as that of a humble slave, Spartacus would go on to become the leader of a massive rebellion that shook the Roman Empire to its core. Massive rebellion. In 73 BCE, Spartacus and a small group of fellow gladiators escaped from the ludus in Capua and fled into the hills. The initial rebellion, sparked by the oppressive conditions of slavery and gladiatorial life, quickly grew as Spartacus and his followers attracted a large number of escaped slaves, bandits, and discontented peasants. Over the next 2 years, Spartacus led an army that would eventually number in the tens of thousands. His forces won a series of remarkable victories against Roman legions, using unconventional tactics, surprise attacks, and guerrilla warfare. All right? Sound like them Hebrews in 66 to 70 AD fighting the Romans. Very similar. I mean, if it's in your blood, it's in your blood, right? Spartacus's revolt grew into a serious threat to Rome's power, with his army defeating Roman forces on multiple occasions, including at the Battle of Mount Vesuvius in 73 BCE and the Battle of Siler River in 72 BCE. He garnered immense support from slaves, freemen, and oppressed peoples who saw his rebellion as a symbol of resistance against Roman tyranny and injustice. Wow, I'm seeing something there, y'all. It's very interesting. Okay, so he smashed on the Romans in 73 BCE. In 73 AD, on the other side of the zero, the Romans got their revenge at, what is it called? I'm drawing a blank here. Y'all help me out. What is that called? Masada. Masada. They got their revenge at Masada. We know who was holed up at Masada's, them Sicarii warriors. The Sicarii warriors were slick. They laid guerrilla tactics against the Romans throughout that war from 66 to 70 AD when the walls of Jerusalem fell in 70 AD. Okay. But it's interesting here that looking at the numbers, in 73 BCE, Spartacus defeated the Romans. In 73 AD, the Romans defeated the Sicarii warriors at Masada. Very interesting. Very interesting. Okay, so back to my point here. Spartacus's revolt grew into a serious threat to Rome's power, with his army defeating the Roman forces on multiple occasions, including at the Battle of Mount Vesuvius in 73 BCE and the Battle of the Siler River in 72 BCE. He garnered immense support from slaves, free men, and oppressed peoples who saw his rebellion as a symbol of resistance against Roman tyranny and injustice. However, despite his early successes, Spartacus's rebellion was doomed to fail. The Roman Senate, alarmed by the growing threat, eventually appointed Crassus, one of the wealthiest and most powerful men in Rome, to deal with the insurrection. Crassus raised a formidable army and cornered Spartacus in 71 BCE. The final battle took place near the Silar River, where Spartacus's army was decisively defeated. Spartacus himself, you run out of money, you run out of fighting power, I guess. Spartacus himself was likely killed in the battle, though the exact details of his death remain unclear. After the defeat, the surviving rebels were crucified along the Appian Way as a brutal reminder of the cost of defying Rome. For those of y'all that drinking that Kool-Aid where they said the Messiah never died on the cross, okay? The Romans were known for crucifixion. So y'all, let's keep that moving. Just keep it moving. There's some more pre-Christ evidence right there. Historical evidence, okay? Now, despite the failure or historical accounts, I mean, maybe you can't call that evidence. It's an account, right? You believe it or you don't. Anyway, despite the failure of his revolt, Spartacus became a symbol of freedom, resistance, and the fight against oppression. His story has endured through the centuries, inspiring countless individuals to stand against tyranny and injustice. All right? And of course, they got him looking like one of the Hemsworth brothers from the Thor movies, right? Anyway, y'all know what it really was. The gladiator arena. The Roman arenas were more than just venues for gladiatorial combat. They were feats of architectural and engineering ingenuity. At the height of the Roman Empire, these massive structures were built throughout the empire, not just in Italy, to host the ever-popular spectacles that captivated the public. Y'all look at those blimp photos, those blimp pictures or blimp videos around the country on Sunday. There's a stadium all throughout the country for a football game. You think you ain't living in modern Rome? At the height of the Roman Empire, these massive structures were built throughout the empire, not just in Italy, to host the ever-popular spectacles that captivated the public. The most famous of these, the Colosseum in Rome, was a true marvel of engineering, capable of seating up to 50,000 spectators. However, what truly set Roman arenas apart were the elaborate events they hosted, such as the naumatiae, naval battles fought on water. So they had water in these arenas as well. Flooding an arena for these naval battles was a monumental task that demonstrated the Romans' impressive engineering capabilities. To flood the Colosseum, an intricate system of aqueducts and water channels was used. The arena itself had a special drainage system, with canals designed to allow water to fill the space quickly and drain out just as efficiently. The Romans would divert water from nearby sources, sometimes bringing it from miles away, to flood the arena's floor to a depth sufficient for small ships to float. This required precise control over the flow of water to ensure the arena didn't become a flooded ruin. Once the naumatiae were finished, the water would be drained away, leaving the arena ready for the next grand event. These naval battles were often elaborate reenactments of famous sea conflicts, and sometimes entire fleets of ships would be used, with gladiators fighting as rowers, soldiers, or sailors. The spectacle of these battles added a thrilling and unique layer of drama to the entertainment, as audiences watched ships engage in combat with mock cannon fire, full of theatrics and choreographed maneuvers. Y'all check out Beast Games, okay? The sight of gladiators fighting on water, often at a great personal risk, captivated the crowds and showed the Romans' ability to entertain on an unprecedented scale. The popularity of these events led to the construction of many arenas across the empire. While the Colosseum in Rome is the most famous, the Romans built numerous other amphitheaters in cities across the empire, from Hispania, modern-day Spain, to North Africa, Gaul, modern-day France, and Asia Minor. It is estimated that by the height of the Roman Empire, around 230 amphitheaters had been built. These arenas ranged from large, grand structures in major cities to smaller, more modest ones in towns across the empire. You got a couple of them in modern-day Israel. Some of these most well-preserved examples outside of Italy include the amphitheater in Nimes, France, and the one in El Dijam, Tunisia. I've seen that one in a documentary, both of which are still standing today and provide a glimpse into the grandeur of Roman entertainment. The construction of these arenas reflected the Roman Empire's desire to maintain control over its vast territories. By hosting grand spectacles like gladiatorial games, naval reenactments, and animal hunts, the Romans kept the masses entertained and distracted, fostering loyalty to the empire and showcasing the might of Roman engineering. I wonder what they kept them distracted from, y'all. Just curious. Let me read that paragraph again. The construction of these arenas reflected the Roman Empire's desire to maintain control over its vast territories. Oh, y'all don't want to pay the taxes on my stadium anymore? Okay, fine. I'll take my team out of this city and I'll go build a stadium in a city where they want my football team. Yeah. All right, y'all. Let's keep it moving. Let me read that one more time. The construction of these arenas reflected the Roman Empire's desire to maintain control over its vast territories. By hosting grand spectacles like gladiatorial games, naval reenactments, and animal hunts, the Romans kept the masses entertained and distracted, fostering loyalty to the empire and showcasing the might of Roman engineering. The end of an era. As the Roman Empire evolved, so too did its values and beliefs. The gladiatorial games, once a cornerstone of public entertainment, gradually faded into history with the rise of, guess what religion? Christianity. The new faith, with its emphasis on compassion and the sanctity of life, even though we'll send money to a country in the Middle East to bomb the hell out of its neighbors so that you can take over their land and drive out the terrorists. Let me read that again. As the Roman Empire evolved, so too did its values and beliefs. The gladiatorial games, once a cornerstone of public entertainment, gradually faded into history with the rise of Christianity. The new faith knew. The new faith, for those of y'all that think Christianity existed in the Old Testament because the whole Bible was appropriated by the new faith, the new faith, with its emphasis on compassion and the sanctity of life, even though the people who killed the Messiah gave it to you, the new faith, with its emphasis on compassion and the sanctity of life, condemned the brutal spectacles that had once been held in such high regard. By the 5th century CE, gladiatorial combat was officially banned by Emperor Honorius, making the end of an era that had spanned for centuries. The Colosseum and other grand arenas, once filled with the roar of the crowd, fell silent. The new faith, with its emphasis on compassion and the sanctity of life, condemned the brutal spectacles that had once been held in such high regard. Okay? But will kneel and pray after the singing of the national anthem that nobody gets hurt in the boxing ring. Oh, you can't make this stuff up, man. Yo, shout out to the author of this article, man. Shout out to the author. Final paragraph. However, the reputation of these ancient fighters and their dramatic contests lives on. The stories of gladiators, their bravery, their struggles for freedom, and the harsh realities of their world continue to captivate the imagination. From epic films like Gladiator to countless books and documentaries, the brutal yet fascinating world of the Roman arena remains a vivid part of our cultural landscape. What would it have been like to live and fight in the heart of the Roman arena? Share your thoughts with us. For feedback or inquiries, email contact@archivinghistory.com. They look forward to hearing from you. Guys, this was a fantastic piece. Shout out to Michael Keller. This was a fantastic piece of writing. I'm a writer. I'm highly critical of myself and therefore highly critical of other writers and writings sometimes. Though I'm not publicly critical if I don't like it. I'll never do that to somebody on how they eat, okay? I'll be critical in private. But publicly, now I might trash a film and say that film was trash. But as far as writing, I'm a writer myself, man. I'm here to tell you, Michael, if you're watching this, fantastic writing. Fantastic writing. Y'all. What's up, B Royalty? What's up, y'all? Y'all. Wow, y'all. Wow, just wow. Put a thumbs up in the chat if you enjoyed that article. Put a thumbs up in the chat, y'all. Anybody that wants to leave a comment underneath that article, I'm going to put the link here because writers love to hear your comments. So I'm probably going to go and comment myself. That was a fantastic piece of writing. And Michael needs to know that. He needs to know that. So I'm going to keep it moving. All right. Let's see. Yeah, I'm pretty much caught up on the chat. Hotshot says, speak on the mat. The church establishment is complicit in our blindness and to control us, to keep us dumb, stupid, and enslaved to this wicked beast system. Absolutely. All right. So now, let me make the connection, y'all. Let me make the connection for you with the beast games, okay? The Beast Games is a new reality series that is on Amazon Prime Video, okay? And let me get my notes open so I don't get too far away. What's up, B Royalty? Again, thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. Now, okay, I mentioned to y'all that we're going to harness some of that 5 energy because I got 5 major points I'm going to hit. But before I get to those, let me give y'all the backdrop and tell y'all. But thank you, Ali. Thank you for the thumbs up there. You know what? Let me give a thumbs up myself. I shouldn't ask y'all to do something I ain't doing myself here, right? Let me give a thumbs. You know what? I'm gonna give a pound. Let's give a pound to Mike. Shout out to you again, Big Mike. Okay, now, the Beast Games. Is it a prelude to the real life Hunger Games? All right. I think I asked y'all this earlier to put a shout out or a thumbs up in the chat if you've seen the Hunger Games movies. I'm gonna ask y'all to do that one more time just so I'm caught up. The Hunger Games, y'all know the story. They bring people in from all of these districts, and they're basically, a lot of these are districts. They range in resources from those that have a lot to those who have next to none. And they take a candidate from each of those districts and they put them in this big old giant arena, and they have to fight to the death for one person to win and I guess get food for their district. And they no longer ever have to fight in the Hunger Games, and they get to live in the capital city, okay, and enjoy all of the trappings. They can bring their immediate family with them. So they're fighting for the right to get out of poverty. Now, you might say, well, Matt, how is that the Beast Games? They're fighting for $5 million, okay? When have you ever known the so-called devil to show you who he really is up front? I'll wait. Exactly. That's the other part in Just Because. Yeah, the candidates are all children, and they range in age from super young to teenage. So that's a good point, too. Now, that's not the Beast Games. The Beast Games, they're pretty much adults, I guess, consenting adults. And I'm sure that they have to sign some waivers and stuff saying that they won't sue if they get hurt or severely injured or something during this whole thing. But I'm here to tell you that, to me, the Beast Games is a prelude to the real life Hunger Games. And I was shocked when I saw the trailer for it because I was like, OMG, it's here. It's no longer fantasy, it's here. The only thing is they're not putting like somebody's life up for it. These are just competitions. But here's what they're doing, okay? Here's what they're doing. Let me jump over to my notes. It is a massive energy harvest. It's a massive energy harvest. So I'm going to say this up front. I'll probably say it again on the back end. What's Matt's advice? I'm not telling you not to watch the Beast Games. You can watch it on Amazon Prime Video. I watched it. I didn't even want to watch it after I saw the trailer. But the Spirit spoke to me and said, you need to see at least what's going on so you can speak on it. So I said, okay, fine. I'll start watching it. I'm 1.5 episodes in. Will I make it all the way to the end? I don't know. I might watch it. I may not. It just depends on how I'm feeling as I go along. But it's interesting. I'm going to say that. But when you have a spiritual eye to see what's happening, you see that it's a massive energy harvest. And energy harvesting is real, y'all. A lot of people think that that's something that somebody made up, okay? What energy are they harvesting? The energy of your vibrational, emotional frequency. Why? Because when you watch the Hunger Games, the movies, what you saw was all of these people that were pulling for their person from their district. And then in the Capitol, they were pulling for the person that they liked the most. It's like, hey, do we like this person? Oh, she's pretty. He's handsome. He looks strong. He's a smart ass. I like that. You always got somebody that's going to appeal to somebody, okay? That's one reason I like John McEnroe. He's a great tennis player back in the day, and he was a smart ass, but he always spoke the truth, okay? That's why I like John McEnroe. He's all of that. Aquarius. Shout out to my Aquariuses in the house. John McEnroe is Aquarius. He wasn't scared to say when something wasn't right. Blind judge made a bad call. He's like, hey, you're cheating. I'm going to call you on it. Boom. When you watch his commentary now, when he's commentating a tennis tournament, John is that balance between, I ain't going to say nothing bad about Chrissy Everett, but let me just say that when Serena was in the height of her career, Chrissy seemed to have something sideways to say about Serena a lot. And John always came in, no, Chrissy, I think it's, well, no, Serena's one of the, he always said something positive about Serena. And he kept it about the tennis. Your girl wanted to make it personal. well, Serena's just anyway. Let me get off of that. Let me get off of that. Okay, y'all can tell I'm not a Chris Everett fan. All right, it is what it is. I don't like how she big up somebody else and try to put down somebody else because she don't like them for whatever reason. I'm gonna say that, but all praises to the Most High. Or if you just regular, thank God John McEnroe was in the booth. Okay, let me get back to my point though. Everybody's got somebody they're pulling for. It's the same way now, right? I'm gonna use tennis for example because tennis is like a modern day gladiator games because you got individuals vying for the single championship, okay, and vying for the hearts and minds of the people. And when they win that title and hold up that trophy, they're always thanking the crowd. Hey, I want to say thank you to you guys. You guys are the greatest crowd ever. Thank you to the people of France, or thank you to the people of London, or thank you to the people of New York, or thank you to the people of Australia. Blah blah blah. I just named all the 4 slams. You guys, I couldn't have done this without you, and everybody loves them. But when you're looking at these beast games, it's a massive energy harvest. How? Because you're putting emotion into one of these players, or you're putting emotion into what's going on. They're showing you people crying. They're showing you people laughing. They're showing you people being deceptive in order to get money. They're showing you all of this stuff. They're showing you what they want to portray as human nature. But what they're portraying is the low vibrational aspect of human nature. Deception, sadness, grief, cockiness, pride, okay? You're not seeing any high vibrational energy in there, but what's happening is if you get caught up in it and you're not watching with a spiritual eye, you're giving them your energy. And then what happens? When your person loses, just like in the Hunger Games, oh. But then here's the hero. Hey! Oh. All right? There can only be one winner. But guess what? When you feed off low vibrational energy, it's like Vegas. There's only how many millions and gazillions of dollars is Vegas raking in? So when somebody wins, when somebody busts the jackpot at Vegas, congratulations. That's a micro fraction of what Vegas took in that night from all the losers. Energy exchange. The controllers and the creators are getting big energy. And they're giving out a little bit. Hey, we can afford to give you a little bit, right? It's the same with the Hunger Games, okay? Now, I'm asking the question, is it a prelude to the real life Hunger Games? Well, when have you known the so-called devil to show himself up front? Let's use smoking, for example. They took something that the locals, I'm not going to say Native Americans because that gives the wrong image. I'm going to say the locals because we know the locals had melanin and this type of hair right here. Y'all go back and look at the documents, the real ones, okay? All right? They took something that the locals grew and used for medicine and spiritual practices, tobacco, and they found a way to make it addictive so that they can make money off of it and also feed that beast system called the healthcare system. Be careful, Matt. Be careful. Be careful. You know what they listen for. Remember your Virgo through the houses video. Remember what looking up witchcraft, the word witchcraft in the concordance will yield. Y'all go look that up for yourself. I'm not gonna say it on here again. They smacked my wrist hard enough the first time. I can point y'all to it without saying it. If you got a Bible concordance, go look up the word witchcraft. It's gonna be a G reference, meaning it's gonna be found in the New Testament, and look at what that Greek word is that basically it points you to. Okay. All right. So they took something that was a sacred plant that was used as medicine and for spiritual rituals, high vibrational spiritual rituals. Y'all stop the cap already. All right. High vibrational spiritual rituals. And they found a way to make it addictive. They weaponized it. Make it, instead of working for your body, it works against your body. Well, what happened? Oh, too many people are getting lung cancer from smoking. Let's put these warnings on here, whatever. Hey, you know what? Let's get rid of cigarettes and do the vaping thing. Vaping's not nicotine. Y'all hear what they finding out about vaping now, right? Including the receptacles that people put their stuff in. The devil don't never take away something that's bad for you and give you something that's good for you. Low vibration can't yield high vibration. It can't. It can only yield more low vibration. All right? So, could the Beast Games be a prelude? What have I said in some of my other prophetic videos? Money's going away. Money's eventually going to go away. Money is eventually going to go away with the fall of the matrix. But guess what? When that 3D, 5D split happens, if you're on the wrong side of the split, then what are you going to have to do? It ain't going to be playing for no $5 million anymore. It ain't going to be for all of these little bonus prize monies they give you in between to do something nefarious to your partner. You know what? I ain't going to win this game, but you know what? I got a chance. If I ain't going to win this game, the crab in the bucket thing is going to happen. I can make sure I know I ain't going to win it, so I can make sure he don't win it and leave here with some money. Hey, man, look, we all friends. Hey, let's all work together to try to win this game. Hey, I'll give you $100,000 if you knock out these 8 players, all right? No. We're not going to take the money off. We're going to stick together and try to win the big money. Psych, boom, button. All y'all gone. Gone from the game. I'm leaving $100,000 richer. Truth be told, I probably would have done it too, right? Only one person could win that $5 million prize, right? But they feed on that. That's what I'm telling y'all. They feed on it. They feed on it. Let's talk about these portals, y'all. Is this a prelude? What the Hunger Games showed you? Look at what you got now. You got a faux Hunger Games called the Beast Games. What did I tell you the word beast was in the New Testament? Y'all go back and rewind the tape. Look at what I said earlier. Let's talk about these portals, all right? 5 points, y'all. The Pope wanted to do some 5 magic. We're going to counter it. We're going to counter it, okay? We're going to counter it. And I'm going to tell y'all at the end about that. Let me put a note in here for myself. Okay, got it. Okay, now, we're gonna counter that 5. We're gonna counter that 5 with our own 5. Okay, 5 is the number of change. It's also the number of activation. So whatever dark magic they're doing with that 5 energy, we're gonna counter it with the light. That's what we're here for. Light workers, stand up. It's time, baby. It's go time. Stand up, light workers. If you got the light in you, shine it. What did the scripture say? Let your light so shine that men will see your good works and glorify your Father in heaven. That's Matthew 5 and I believe 16. I believe that's Matthew 5 and 16. Let me look real quick. He didn't say let your darkness cover the land. He said let your light so shine. Matthew 5. Let me see. Yep, Matthew 5 and 16. Let your light so shine before men. He said you are the light of the world. You are the light of the world. Matthew 5 and 14. You are the light of the world. He was talking to specific individuals. A city that is set on a hill cannot be hid. Neither do men light a candle and put it under a bushel. So if you got the light in you, why are you not shining it? It's time, baby. It's go time. Verse 16, let your light so shine before men that they may see your good works and glorify your Father in heaven. Right here. Right here. Right here. You are the light of the world, Matthew 5 and 14. A city that is set on a hill cannot be hid. Light always shines through darkness. It's go time, baby. Verse 16, let your light so shine before men that they may see your good works and glorify your Father which is in heaven. All right? Now, go time, baby. Go time. Let's do it. Go time. Now, so we're going to counter that dark 5 with a light 5. 5 points, y'all. Point number 1. We're going to talk about the most subtle of energy portals. What are those energy portals, Matthew? What are those energy portals? This thing right here. This cell phone. All right? That tablet. This computer screen. Your television. Anything with a screen on it. Anything with a screen on it where you can view content, especially video content, but anything with a screen on it or anything with a speaker on it is a subtle energy portal, but you don't realize it. Why? Because energy transfer takes place. If something is coming to you that wasn't there before, how is it getting to you? It has to come to you through a portal. When you walk into a room, if the door is closed, door aka portal, is closed, but you're standing on the other side of the door, nobody sees you until that door is open. And then you walk through it. That's a portal. These things are portals too. You don't know what's on the other side of that screen till you turn it on. Okay? So, an energy transfer takes place as you are viewing, just like the energy that is me transfers from this room to the outside of this room if I open that door and walk out. So when you're taking in content, you're taking it in through an energy portal. There's an energy transfer that's happening right now. High vibrational, albeit, but there's an energy transfer that's happening right now. Why? Because you're viewing me through a portal. I'm talking to you guys through a portal. I read your comments through a portal. Okay? My screen is a portal just like yours is. So we're talking about, I'm giving you 5 points to counter what they're doing. They are showing you these things through a portal. What happens through a portal? And energy transfer. So what you don't see, what you do not see, is how your energy is then fed to the giver or the producer of the content by your giving your energy to what it is that you're consuming. If you're watching something that makes you sad, well, guess what? That sadness energy, believe it or not, was transferred. They showed you something to make you sad, you gave sadness back. And guess what? What eats sadness? Low vibrational energies or entities that feed on low vibrational energy. This is why the news is always dark and sad. This is why they don't show you stuff to make you smile. There's plenty of happy stuff to report on in the world, but they don't show it to you. They don't. This is why YouTube and other streaming platforms are getting bigger than television. This is why there's so much money being made on YouTube right now, because the advertisers have moved to that platform. You know why? Because people say, hey, you know what? I don't have to consume what it is that you're telling me I need to watch. I now at least have the power of choice. I at least now can choose what it is that I want to see. And now you understand and understand why the high vibrational content is worked against by the algorithm. And for it to get out, you have to do your part as a viewer and share it with somebody, with at least one person. Okay? You're understanding why they take the high vibrational, the truth channels, the channels that spread lights, why they have a lower priority, why people are automatically getting unsubscribed. You're like, why am I not getting a notification? You go and pull up the person's channel, it says click here to subscribe. You're like, wait a minute, I was subscribed. I didn't unsubscribe from it. That's what's happening. That's what's happening. Okay? All right? But the dark stuff, ain't no shortage of that. Ain't no shortage of that. That stuff to appeals to those lower chakras, ain't no shortage of that. All right? The most subtle of energy portals is anything with a black screen that you can turn on and view content through. So when you're watching things like the Beast Games, if you're going to watch it, again, I told you, I'm not going to tell you not to watch it. I'm not going to tell you to do something, that not to do something that I myself are doing or did. What I will tell you is to watch it from a detached perspective. This is how you defeat the dark side. You don't give them your energy. You either don't consume the content or you play a trick on them. You consume the content, but don't give it your energy if you're strong enough. But be careful, because some of us are not strong enough to not have emotional attachment to some of the stuff we're seeing. And a lot of that has to do with your moon sign too. That's why I tell y'all know your chart. I'm a Cancer moon. Water moons absorb, especially Cancer. Cancer is the sponge of the zodiac. If you got a Cancer moon, you really have to protect your energy. Why? Because you pretty much are on the earth to be an empathic healer. That's why you have to keep your vibrations high, because the Most High will send you into places that you would not have chosen to go yourself, so that you can absorb the energy of somebody in that place that needs a healing. You absorb that energy. Look at the story of the Messiah when the woman touched the hem of his garment, and energy transfer took place. She got healing energy. He took on as a sponge her sickness. Why? Because he was endowed with the power to transmute it later. A lot of Cancer moons don't like going around. Look, man, it's like, okay, I know I was endowed with this ability and this power, but it don't feel good, so I don't want to do it. This is why the Messiah, a man with this type of power, people were looking for him to go all over the place and heal people. He said, I ain't come here for that. He told you two things he came here for. He said, one, I came here for the lost sheep of the house of Israel. And two, he said, I'm about my Father's business. I only do the work that my Father puts in front of me. I ain't going around looking for nobody to heal. That stuff is energy, man. I might have to sleep that off for 2-3 days. So you got to protect your energy, yo. If you're going to watch it from a detached perspective as an observer. as a watcher. Oh, yeah. Church also got y'all thinking that the word watcher, if you hear watcher, that all of the watchers are fallen angels. No, all of the angels are watchers. They all are watchers. Man, let me show y'all something. All of the angels are watchers. How they gonna ride in and rescue you if they ain't watching to see what's going on? Let me show y'all something, man. Let me show y'all something. Because we come here to learn, right? Let me show y'all something. Be a watcher, okay? Be a watcher. All right, let's go here. Let me show y'all Psalms 91 and 9 through 11. Let me show y'all that. Because thou hast made the Most High, which is my refuge. Oh, let me read the Lord. Because thou hast made the power, which is my refuge, even the Most High, thy habitation, there shall no evil befall thee, neither shall any plague come nigh thy dwelling. All of this BS that they trying to release, talking about, we got another pandemic coming. How do you know? We got another pizza coming. How do you know? Well, we ordered it. Guys, are we running low on chicken wings? We got another order. We got another 100 chicken wings coming to the party. Hang on. How do you know we got another 100 chicken wings coming? Well, because we ordered it. Don't be stupid, y'all. Don't drink the Kool-Aid. But even with that, he said, verse 10, there shall no evil befall thee, neither shall any plague come nigh thy dwelling. Why? Because you have made the power, which is your refuge, even the Most High is another name for him, thy habitation. Where is the kingdom of God? It's within you. Remember? Put it all together, y'all. We here now. Put it all together. How do you make them your refuge? How do you make them your habitation? What is a habitation? It's somewhere you live. Where's the kingdom of God? It's within you. You got to go within. Stop looking for God outside of you. Stop looking for God outside of you. That church house, if the church house burned down and it's the only church for 500 miles, well, guess what? If you think that your habit, that the Most High's dwelling place is in that church house, then you ain't got nowhere to find him now, do you? Wake up, y'all. Wake the up. Because thou hast made the power, which is my refuge, even the Most High, thy habitation, there shall no evil befall thee, neither shall any plague come nigh thy dwelling. For he shall give his angels charge over thee to keep thee in all thy ways. They shall bear thee up in their hands, lest thou dash thy foot against a stone. Thou shalt tread upon the lion and the adder, the young lion and the dragon shalt thou trample under feet. How can they do that unless they're watching you? So all of the angels are watchers. Be like them. Be a watcher in flesh. You want to watch that? You want to see what's going on? First of all, have a reason for watching it. My reason for watching it was because when I saw that trailer, just browsing through Amazon Prime Video channel and saw that, I said, OMG, that's the Hunger Games. We're just seeing the tip of the spear. We're just seeing it before it turns bad. Wake up. Wake up. And then I watch it, and lo and behold, energy transfer. If you're going to watch it from a detached perspective. Don't put your heart into any one of those players, or don't put your heart into the game. You know what I was doing today? I was laughing at the stupidity. I trusted you. I'm gone from the game now. Another guy, I'm leaving with nothing. Well, they gave you an opportunity to walk away with some cash. See, what y'all don't understand about the so-called devil, the so-called devil really can't get you. All he can do is trick you into getting yourself. He'll bait the hook. He'll bait the hook. And then he's laughing at you. He's laughing at you when you take the bait. These stupid people, man. It's 1,000 people in this game and only one $5 million prize. All these people think they're going, your chance of getting this $5 million prize is 1 in a million and 1 in 1,000. But you know what? I'm going to have some fun with these fools. We're going to cut this number down from 1,000 to 500 in one day. Matt would have taken some of that money and gone home. But that's a story for another day. Actually, Matt wouldn't have been in the competition. The other part, y'all know how Amazon Prime Video shows you this thing called X-ray, where you can click on whoever's in that scene. You can click on their you go to X-ray, you click on their image and find out something about them. I was shocked to see that some of these people have acted in other productions. Reality ain't reality. Reality TV ain't reality. It's scripted. Okay? It's scripted. Just like I just read for you in that Rome article with that dude Commodus. Scripting these outcomes. Jake Paul, scripting these outcomes. And what are you doing? You putting your heart and soul. Either you giving energy in the form of your emotion, or you giving energy in the form of people betting. Look at all them people that bet on Mike Tyson in that fight. And the so-called devil back somewhere laughing. All right? We're in the bonus now where I'm showing you the magic hidden inside of the beast games. It's that 5 energy. I'm going to get to that in the end. All right? Get to that in the end. So the most subtle of energy portals for review is anything with a black screen. The minute you turn it on, you're looking into a portal. Either you're going to give your energy to it, or you're going to get some energy from it. Be careful. Just be careful of what you're consuming. Remember what I said. The 2 spiritual channels into the man or the woman are the eyes and the ears. You must guard what you take in through your eyes, and you must guard what you take in through your ears. Spells are words and sounds, okay? And then illusions are things you see. That magician, that David Copperfield back in the day, or David Blaine back in the day, they're showing you an illusion. They're showing you something that's not real. And you're like, ooh, ah. They know the trick. You don't. What did I say in another video? Once the trick has been exposed, the magician got to go find him another audience now. Because, hey, man, we know you folk. We know you fake now. You can't fool us anymore. The most subtle of energy portals, y'all, is anything with a black screen. Second point, the purpose of the energy portal described in A. I just told it to you. It is to get you to give your energy to this beast system. Get you to give your emotional energy to something outside of you that you do not know, that you have no knowledge of, that you don't even participate in. They do it to us with the sports, y'all. They do it to us with sports, which is entertainment. We just saw that in that article about the ancient Roman gladiators. Entertainment. Let me enter into your space and contain you. Let me distract you for the amount of time that it takes for this production. What are you getting out of it? Are you learning anything? Are you getting anything to build you? So the purpose of the energy portal described in the first point is to get your energy, get you into low vibrational energy and eat it up. The darkness can't stand high vibrational energy. That's why I said light workers stand up. You have to shine your light right now. You can't do it yesterday. It's game time. This that 9-year energy I've been talking about all year is here now. That North Node on the 12th is about to fully station in Pisces, where it's going to sit for the next 18 months. Pisces is the ruler of the 12th house. What is the 12th house? The bridge between the spirit realm and the physical realm. The bridge between heaven and earth. We're about to start seeing these visitations. That's why they're getting out ahead of it and trying to take control of the UFO narrative. They don't want you to know that all of this stuff is actually real. They want to keep your mind framed around something that you can't see or touch. The lies that they've infused into religion. They don't want you to know that the true spiritual nature of that scripture is all about you and what you have inside of you and that relationship with what you have inside of you. They don't want you to know that there is a true divine masculine, an eternal divine masculine, and an eternal divine feminine energy. They want everything to be patriarchal. All right? That's number 2. That's second point number 2. Stand by, y'all. I'm going to go and grab my water. I'll be right back. Hang on. All right, fam. I'm back. I needed that too because the tea's empty. So now she said, Bella said, what? My moon is in Cancer. We right here, Bella. We right here. You got to protect yourself. You got to protect yourself. You're a sponge. That Cancer moon, listen, the moon is at home in the sign of Cancer. The moon rules over the sign of Cancer. The moon rules over the 4th house. Okay. That is by far probably the most powerful moon sign because its natural ruler, the Cancer's natural ruler is the moon. So you really have to protect yourself because Cancerian energy is about empathy. It's about feeling. You can literally, when you got a Cancer moon, you can literally feel what somebody else feels. That saved my life when I was 12 years old. Maybe I've told y'all that story. Maybe I'll tell you in another day if I didn't. That literally saved my life. I felt the energy of a kidnapper and knew something bad was about to happen. I knew something very bad was about to happen. But Psalms 91 and 11, baby. Psalms 91 and 11, baby. My angels, aka my watchers, was like, nah, we ain't about to do that. That ain't what we finna do. Matt, we already put the gift inside you. Listen to it. This man right here is no good. He better be glad I wasn't like 10 years older. Because boy, don't even get me started. Don't get me started. Don't get me started. Don't get me started. Little frail punk ass, man. That dude, I can't get that image out of my head, y'all. I cannot get that image out of my head. Bella, why you got me off track, Bella? I'm back. All right, so let me get back to my point. All right, that was point number 2. Point number one, I'm gonna give 5 points. Point number 1, I told you guys what the most subtle of energy portals was. Point number 2, I told you what the purpose of it was. The purpose of it is energy transfer. Here's a portal. Give me your energy. I'm going to show you something low vibrational. Give me your energy. That's what it is. That's what it is. So if you're going to turn that portal on, find something high vibrational that's going to lift your vibrations. Don't find something or don't consume something that's going to lower them. Okay? The Beast Games, that's a massive energy transfer. Guess what? They already got it while they were filming it. They got that energy transfer from the contestants. Some controller somewhere was laughing, okay? Some controller somewhere was getting the sausage ready to go in the pan. Okay? Grease. Y'all know what that means. Put that where it goes. There was some controller somewhere getting that sausage ready. All right? Watching that. Oh my God, look at that. Give me some more. Give me some more grease for my sausage. This is good. Look at that fool laughing. He never had any chance. Look at him. He's a fat guy. Won't get none of this energy, baby. I ain't playing in the game. And I ain't feeling sad for nobody playing it. Should have known what you was getting into. Period. See, what y'all got to understand, man, is that with the scripture, man, let me pull it up for y'all. See, because I know y'all thinking I'll be making this stuff up, man. Let me pull it up for y'all. Let me pull it up. All right, let me show y'all what the disciples were teaching back in the day. All right, and it still rings true. It still rings true today. Let me show it to y'all because I can show you better than I can tell you. All right. You always got something inside of you that says, oh, I shouldn't do this. I shouldn't do this. Nah, I shouldn't. Something's telling me not to do it. But what? Remember, the so-called devil can't beat you. He can't kill you. All he can do is make a suggestion that ultimately gets you to do it to yourself. He really can't harm you. All he can do is make a suggestion that gets you to harm yourself. The Most High gets the glory when you win. The Most Low gets the glory when you make a fool out of yourself. See, I told you, Most High. Okay, you got me, Mr. Most High, with the Job thing. We thought we had Job. You got us on that one. But you know what? I'm gonna get it's 1,000 contestants starting in that Beast game. I'm gonna get 999 of these fools right here. I'm gonna eat off 999 of them. We'll get a public that one that wins. I'm gonna eat off 999 of these. You got me with Job. You won't get me with them 999 right there, buddy. I got 5 on it. I got 5 on it. I don't roll that shit. I got 5 on it. Smoking with that in the weed. I got 5 on. I love how they harmonize with their rap songs out in Cali, baby. They be harmonizing when they sing with it. Oh, man. Here we go. All right. Let me see, y'all. Let's go here. I'm going to show y'all something. You always got something inside of you that says, don't do this. when you fail to listen to it, let me see it. Hang on. You always got something inside that says, yeah, this is probably a bad idea. This is probably a bad idea. Some of y'all already know where I'm going. Some of y'all already know where I'm going. All right? Right here. Right here, fam. 1 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 13. There hath no temptation taken you, but such as is common to man. But God, aka the Most High, aka the universe, aka the universal I am presence, aka the power, is faithful, who will not suffer you to be tempted above what you are able, but will with the temptation also make a way to escape, that you might be able to bear it. All right? All right? So he gives you an out. He'll never allow you to be tempted above what you're able to handle. But with every temptation, he'll give you a way to escape, that you might be able to bear it. All right? Right? Hold on. Let me give y'all another one. Where is it? Let me give y'all a nudin'. As they said back in the day, let me give y'all a nudin'. Hold on. Let me show y'all something. All right? Let me go to James. I had an Uncle James back in the day. He had this little song he would sing. All right. Be like, Uncle James, what's gonna happen to such and such if he go down there and do such and such? He say, what's gonna happen to him? He gonna be long gone like the turkey and the corn. So let's go to Uncle James, y'all. Let's see what Uncle James got to say about it. Boom, right here. James chapter 1, verse 13. Let no man say when he is tempted, I am tempted of the Most High. For the Most High cannot be tempted with evil, aka the Most High, the power, the divine mother, the divine father, cannot be tempted with something low vibrational. They too high up here. They can't be tempted with something low vibrational. Let no man say when he is tempted, I am tempted of God. I'm tempted of the power. I'm tempted of the Most High. The Most High tempted me. Let no man say that. For the Most High cannot be tempted with something low vibrational. Neither doth he tempt any man. But every man is tempted when he is drawn away of his own lust and enticed. You're looking at it with that Beast Games. $5 million. I got to compete against 999 other people for $5 million. Verse 14, but every man is tempted when he is drawn away of his own lust and enticed. When that lust has conceived, it bringeth forth error. You're going to make a mistake. And when the act of making that mistake is finished, it bringeth forth death. Now, whether that death be physical or whether that be an emotional death, to the tempter, it doesn't matter, because he got what he wanted out of it. He wanted to see you lose. The Most High wants to see you win, regardless of what you might think. The Most High wants to see you win so much that even when you F up to the point where your physical body expires because of what happened, they take you in that life review. Go watch some near-death experience videos. They take you into that life review, show you where you f***ed up, and then you're born again and you get an opportunity to get it right. The Most High wants you to win. Go watch Edge of Tomorrow. I tell that to y'all all the time. Go watch the Edge of Tomorrow. Go watch Edge of Tomorrow. I tell you that all the time, man. Go watch this movie. Rent this movie right here. Rent this movie, y'all. Where's it at? Right here, y'all. Right here. Where is it? Hang on. Get off my screen. Hang on, y'all. Hang on. Taking a little side right here. Okay, let's just show it to you like this. Y'all, please. I know y'all hear me say this, as my mother used to say, till I'm blue in the face. Y'all, please go watch this movie. Edge of Tomorrow. Tom Cruise film, Edge of Tomorrow. 2014. Go watch that movie. It's a microcosm of life. If you mess up, the Most High love you so much that he's like, all right, let's find the wheel of time and find out what era we want them to be born in. Or do we just want to reset the clock and put them back in the same year that let's reset their clock back to the same year that they were born in the last time they were messed up, so you get an opportunity to do this right thing again. All right? Most High wants you to win. Not like the enemy wants you to lose, because he eats off the sadness and low vibrational emotions of sadness, grief, anger, guilt, all of that stuff when you lose. He eats when you're in that emotion. This is why starve that mother. Starve them. Starve them. Keep your vibrations high. Starve that mother. Starve them. All right? That was point number 2 now. That was point number 2. Let me keep it moving. Point number 1, the most subtle of energy portals, these black screens. Point number 2, the purpose of them, transfer energy. And in most cases, it's a low vibrational transfer. It's a transfer of low vibrational energy. They entice you into low vibrational energy, or they entice you into an emotion that produces a low vibrational output, and they eat off of that. That's how they eat. Point number 3, how low vibrational energy dealers get their victims addicted to low vibrational energy. How do they get them addicted to it? Low vibrational energy dealers. How they get their victims addicted to low vibrational energy. Well, think about a so-called drug dealer. What does he do? Yo, man, you got to hit this, man. This is going to make you feel good. Yo, whatever problems you had at work, your family, just going to take you away. Just take this little hit. I'm going to give you a taste. Ah, you like that, right? Next thing you know, you're addicted. Next thing you know, you need a little bit more. Think about the first time you ever had a drink. For those of y'all that you know, that drink or that partake or whatever, or did at one time if you don't anymore. Think about the first time you had that drink. How little of it gave you a buzz. The longer you drank, the more of it you needed to get a buzz. If you used it to cover up some emotion or cover up something that you needed to deal with, guess what? You continue, as long as you're in that low vibrational energy. What do I always say in this channel? You attract at the level that you vibrate at. And the longer you stay in any emotional frequency, be it high or low, you're sending a signal into the quantum field, aka the universe, aka the ether. But let's deal with quantum field. You're sending a signal into the quantum field that says, I like the energy I'm vibrating at right now, so send me more of what I need to keep me at this energy. And that's how some people, you always see them, they're in low vibrational energy. This is why some people, you always see them, they're in high vibrational energy. Because when whatever frequency you're operating at, the universe sends you more and more of that the longer you stay in it. It's okay to dip. It's okay to get mad sometimes. It's okay to get sad. It's okay to be grief. You don't want to stay in it too long. But it's okay to dip down into that lower emotional frequency. You're going to do that. Just as sure as the ocean waves go up and come down. Just as sure as they go up and come down. But the ocean don't even stay down. The ocean doesn't stay up. You got to move with the cycles, y'all. If you find yourself in low vibrational energy, figure out how you got there, deal with it, have the courage to pull yourself out of it, and then shore yourself up so that this thing doesn't get you in that energy anymore. But what do these low vibrational energy dealers do? They give you a taste of faux, F-A-U-X, F-A-U-X. They give you a taste of faux sweetness. And then they typically assign it to something. Hey, you need this to do this. Here, you need this cigarette. It's going to help relieve stress. You start out with one. Before you know it, you're a pro at it. And what you're doing, you're sending a signal out. Hey, you know what? I like the taste of this cigarette. Now, I've never smoked. I'm just saying. They're just giving you an example of people I know that did smoke. They smoke all the time. One of the things you find is that they typically got something going on that's going to make them need a cigarette. They typically got something going on that's going to make them need a drink. Now, I do know one person. There's a person in my family. I ain't going to name them. I don't want to give away no gender. I ain't going to name them. But I had a person in my family years ago that used to smoke cigarettes. And you know what he said? I just said he. Okay, he's out there. I ain't going to say no names. You know what he said? He said, man, I don't need these. He said, I just smoke them sometime for recreation. He said, I don't need it. And you know what? He was not. He was not a chain smoker. You would be hard pressed to find a cigarette in his hand. And you know what? That was years ago. He doesn't even smoke anymore. He's like, I'm not addicted. Same thing with some people that quote unquote drink socially. You know what? I'm going out with the fellas or girls. I'm going out with my homegirl, whatever. Let me get a cocktail. That might be the first cocktail they had in 2 or 3 months. See what I'm saying? They didn't apply it to a need. All right. So that's the third point. The third point is how low vibrational energy dealers get their victims addicted to low vibrational energy. They give you a taste of something that appeals to one of the lower senses, one of the lower chakras. They give you something that appeals to one of the lower chakras, but then there's also there's some sort of low vibrational false need attached to it, and then before you know it, you're addicted to it. You're addicted to it. How does that work with these portals we're talking about? They're showing you some show that gets you in some type of emotion. How did they get you? Let me give you an example of getting you addicted. Sports. All right. I'm a Knicks fan. I'm a New York Knicks fan. I'm a New York Giants fan. Okay. I'm a New York Yankees fan. Okay. So I watch every year. Is this our year? No, I'm not into it anymore. I probably 85% lost my flavor for sports in 2020 with the pandemic. Okay. And I did put an L in there. I don't care. All right. I 85%, 85 to 90% lost my flavor for sports. I would sit when there was a major, and I would watch the tennis matches from the time the opening one started until the last match was played. And if they had a night session, if it's Australian Open, I go to bed and set my alarm for 3:30 a.m. because I knew 3:30 a.m. here is 7:30 p.m. The 3:30 a.m. is 7:30 p.m. the same day in Australia. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna get up and go watch this nighttime match over there. I don't do that anymore. But here's the thing: they get you addicted by getting you to put an emotional attachment with a player or a team. I want to see my guy win. Your guy, oh, they build him up. Hey, we finally got somebody who's going to beat the Chiefs. Oh, man, Chiefs won. Well, maybe next year. And you back next year, you're addicted, whether you realize it or not. You're addicted to that need to see your team win. That's how they do it. You're addicted to that need to see your team win. They bolster up a story. They'll usually put a narrative with it. Just like in the Hunger Games. Let's tell you about Katniss. Katniss is this girl. You're like, oh, that's such a beautiful story. There can only be one winner. But they get you addicted by getting you to attach your emotions to a player or a team. Getting you to attach your emotions to a player or a team. 32 teams in the NFL, right? Was it 4 teams in 8 divisions? 32 teams in the NFL. A 17-game regular season. Only 12 of those 32 teams, only 12 of those 32 teams can make the playoffs. Only 12 of them can make the playoffs. And guess what? Out of those 12, only one can win. Do the same thing at college. Any of y'all that watched the college football playoff, you saw Arizona State play Texas last week. Arizona State would have won that game if they had called that targeting call, which was clearly, blatantly helmet-to-helmet contact on a defenseless receiver. They didn't call it. Texas ends up winning the game. Anybody that bet their money on Arizona State was the underdog. So guess what? If you bet on Arizona State, you stood to make the most money. You stood to come out like a fat cat. If they make that call, Arizona State likely wins that game. Oh, well, there's some new recruits coming in next season. Maybe Arizona State will get back to the playoffs. That's how they keep you addicted. That's the third point, okay? Point number 1, what are the most subtle of energy portals? Black screens. Point number 2, what's the purpose of them? Energy transfer, typically low vibrational. Point number 3, how do they get you addicted? They attach a need to a player or a team, so to speak, or a concept that has a very low percentage chance of yielding you happiness. A very low percentage chance of yielding you happiness. Point number 4, how the dark side uses numbers and colors for nefarious purposes and how to protect yourself. Let me tell you about this. Beast games. Let me tell you about Beast games. How they use colors and numbers for nefarious purposes. I just told y'all the number 5. What is 5? Y'all can put it in the chat. 5 is the energy of change. People who know numerology know that the number 5 is the number of change. But I told y'all something. I shared something with y'all maybe a week ago or 2 weeks ago. The other less advertised energy of 5. 5 is the number of activation. You know why they don't tell you that? Because, and I'm going back to my Life Path 5 numbers. Life Path 5s are very powerful activators. Life path 8, for example, is a very powerful manifester. Life path 7s are spiritual gurus. Life path 11s are spiritual gurus. Okay, these are things we know. Life path 5, the energy of change. They're going to see constant change in their lives. Life path 5. Well, yeah, they tell you that because sometimes that's change for the good. A lot of times it's change for, you're running from something. You know what? This didn't work out. Let me just change something. Let me change. I got to constantly change. I'm searching for something. That's what they want that 5 and the energy they want that 5 in. You know why? Because 5 is a very powerful number. 5 is not just the energy of change. That's passive. Remember, there's an active nature and a passive nature to everything. So they're sharing with you the passive nature of the number 5. Well, it's the number of change. But there's an active nature to it too. 5 is the number of activation. Think about what magicians say right before they pull a trick. What's the word? Somebody put it in the chat. I'm going to wait. I'm going to sip some water. I'm going to see what y'all know. Somebody put in the chat what that word is that magicians utter before they show you a magic trick. Or as they're showing you the magic trick. What's that word that they utter right before the illusion is sprung? Put it in the chat. I know it's about a 30-second delay. I'll wait. We're almost done, y'all. We're almost at the end. I'd actually like to wrap this up in about 20 more minutes. Y'all drop it in the chat. What is the word that magicians say as they're springing the illusion? There you go. Thank you, Lady Dagger Status. Thank you. Abracadabra. Y'all know how many syllables that is? Abracadabra. 5 syllables. Y'all think this stuff is made up? Y'all think this stuff is made up? In Sekhmet Reiki, you use haiku to activate healing energy. What is haiku? It is a poem, if you will, that has to deal with 5, 7, and 5. 5, 7, and 5. 7 is the number of spirituality, number of completion. 5 is the number of activation. 5 syllables, 7 syllables, 5 syllables. Had a little gnat flying through here. It ain't even summertime. Y'all know what that is. My spiritual people watching know what that is. Somebody mad. Somebody big mad. Somebody big mad because they getting exposed tonight. Somebody big mad because they getting exposed tonight. All right? 5. It's the number of activation. Abracadabra. 5. Y'all think that's random? It's not. 5 is the number of activation. So now look at what the offer is for this Beast Games. How much is up for grabs? $5 million. Numerology, you wipe all them zeros out in numerology because you got to reduce it to a single number. So that's the number of 5. What do they say? What do they advertise? Hey, we're giving life-changing energy. We're giving life-changing money. This money's going to change somebody's life. That's the temptation. But it's $5 million. Why not $4 million? Why not just $1 million? Why not $3 million? Why not $7 million? 7 is the number of completion, right? Why not $7 million? Why not $8 million? Why not $9 or $10 million? $5 million. How the dark side uses numbers and colors for nefarious purposes and how to protect yourself. $5 million. The Pope opened 5 portals. The last of the 5 portals was opened on January the 5th. All right? Let's talk about the colors. I know this is going to make somebody mad on the dark side. Ask if Matt give a DAM. All right? The dominant color that we see on display in the Beast Games is the color blue. The color blue. The color blue. Let me give you another one. Those of y'all that saw that movie that the Obamas helped the executive produce. Okay. Oh, there's another 5 right there. Look at that last name. Obama. There's 5 energy again. Who knew? Who knew? He's the president that ushered in some changes that sent this country over the moral cliff. Let me say that. And I don't care if you get mad watching this. I ain't into politics. So I give 0 fucks. 0. It's game time. Ain't no time for that no more. It's it. It's a wrap. It's a wrap. When y'all see them 10 to 15 foot brothers and sisters with them afros showing up with them Wakanda Forever suits on, y'all gonna be like, damn, he wasn't playing. It's game time, baby. Game time. It's over. The power play for the dark side's over. Why? That penalty time, that time in the penalty box for the righteous, for the light, for the chosen ones, they time in the penalty box is up. We out now, baby. We out. We out. And they skate faster and they're stronger. And they're more accurate taking shots at the goal. Let me drink some water on that one. The color blue is the dominant color in the Beast games. When you watch that movie that the Obamas produced two Decembers ago and released on Netflix, Leave the World Behind, go look at it. Blue is the dominant color. You're seeing that color blue a lot in a lot of these movies that's dropping in Hollywood right now. Why blue, Matt? Why blue? Well, what chakra color maps to dark blue? Because there's two blues in the chakra map. There's two blues. There's light blue, and then there's dark blue. Somebody want to take a stab at putting in the chat what the color, which chakra zone the color dark blue maps to? Or y'all gonna make me pull up the chakra chart? Somebody want to take a stab at it? I know it's about a 30-second delay. Somebody, anybody. I'm gonna be pulling that up while y'all are typing. I'm gonna do this for a backup. Okay. Let me see if somebody knows. Nobody. No stabs. No stabs at it. I'm gonna give y'all about 30 more seconds. Let me pull up another color here. Let me pull something up here. Let me see. I don't want that one. Come on, y'all. Work. I know somebody out here knows this. I know somebody knows it. I know somebody knows it. Where y'all at? Y'all work with me. Where y'all at? Yeah. I hate when y'all do that. Let's find this one. No, they got that one backwards. All right. Nobody said it. Nope. That's light blue, Bella. It is the third eye chakra. Let me show y'all. It's the third eye. It's the third eye chakra. I'm going to tell y'all why, just for time's sake. I'm going to tell y'all why it's the third eye chakra. Okay? Third eye chakra. Right here. Is the third eye chakra masculine or feminine energy? Somebody put that in there. Somebody put that in the chat. I'm gonna see how long y'all been watching me, okay? Is the third eye, okay, Karen got it. Third eye. Bella said it, third eye too. Is the third eye chakra, is that masculine or feminine energy? Y'all talk to me. Is that masculine or feminine energy? Fem, definitely, okay? That third eye chakra is here. You know what third eye chakra, you know what part of the spiritual body is contained in that third eye chakra zone? Exactly, Lady Dagestat, is feminine. It's the mind. It's the mind. The third eye chakra is the portal into the mind. It is the energy zone that governs the mind. What we perceive. What you perceive is a function of the third eye chakra. What did I say those spiritual channels were? Your eyes and your ears. Now, your mouth is a spiritual channel too, but it is the activator. The mouth, get this now, get this. The mouth, the voice is chakra number 5. That's masculine energy. So that's your masculine spiritual energy. It sits underneath and supports the feminine spiritual energy. So what happens is things come down through the crown. They come down through the crown. The first thing that gets hit that comes through the crown is the third eye chakra. Crown chakra is chakra number 7. Third eye chakra is chakra number 6. Comes down, okay? Comes from outside of you into you via the crown. It hits that third eye chakra. Third eye chakra, you perceive with your eyes, you perceive with your ears, okay? What happens next? That throat chakra, all right? This is why it is important to make sure that your throat chakra is not blocked. Why? Because if your throat chakra is blocked, it affects it becomes a bottleneck for your feminine energy. And your feminine energy is spiritual. Your heart chakra and your third eye chakra sit on opposite sides of the throat chakra. That masculine energy. Masculine energy dominates the physical realm. So if your throat chakra is blocked, you have lost your bridge between the physical realm and the spiritual realm. If you're given a download, the only way we're ever going to know it is if you either write it, which is another way to say it, or you speak it. But that enemy that works against your third eye, against your throat chakra, also tries to block you from communicating either via written or spoken word. Right? So that third eye chakra controls what we perceive, what we see, and what we hear. This is why when they're doing their little rituals, you don't even know what's happening when y'all watching these movies when they got a lot of blue in it. If they got a lot of blue, if blue is the dominant color in the movie, you better make damn sure that you are paying attention to what's going on and not getting caught up in it. Look at it from the perspective of a watcher. And don't tell me about no damn fallen angels, okay? They were watchers, but they were corrupt watchers. They were watchers that got drawn away of their own lust. James 1:5. Was that 1:5? No, 1:13. James 1:13. Okay? James 1:14. James 1:14. Or 1:4 is 5. There's still 5 energy, right? James 1:14. Those fallen angels were drawn away of their own lusts. Ooh, these daughters of men are fine. Let's take on human bodies so we can go down here and smash city. They were watchers. They just were watchers that were drawn away of their own lust. So if you're gonna consume this content, make sure of what you're looking at. All right? Light blue governs the throat chakra. Dark blue governs the feminine third eye chakra. A lot of these movies that they're using that have low vibrational energy attached to it, dark blue is the dominant color in it. Y'all pay attention to that. Now, in the Beast games, I also see another color, yellow. Why? Yellow, for time's sake, I'm going to skip y'all ahead. Yellow is the solar plexus chakra. Yellow is the solar plexus, right? Solar plexus is your center of confidence. It's your inner sun. It's your masculine energy. Your solar plexus, it sits at the core of your masculine chakras. The heart sits at the core of the feminine chakras. So guess what? In a competition like the Beast games, when you're seeing the color yellow, it's usually going to be associated with typically somebody taking an L. What does that do? Yellow combined with the energy of losing does what? It affects your confidence. When your confidence is shattered, you have just shattered the core of your masculine energy. And your masculine energy, your solar plexus, your inner sun, it supports your heart chakra, your inner earth / inner water, your feminine energy. So when you crush that masculine, that yellow, that masculine chakra with the energy of losing, you've just affected the confidence. When your confidence is affected, you don't feel safe. That's root chakra. When your confidence is affected, you don't have confidence in your ability to create. That's your feminine sacral chakra. When your confidence is affected, you don't trust your heart, even though your heart doesn't lie to you. But when your confidence is affected, you don't trust your heart. When your confidence is affected, you don't have the confidence to speak. You're like, man, I don't know. Your solar plexus is your inner knowing. That's the center of your faith. It's the inner knowing, sight unseen. Oh, man, I don't know. I better not speak on that, man. I don't know, man. Or man, they might laugh at me. Man, they might call me a fool. Man, they might. You know how many times I've had people talk about me? I'm still here. You know why? Because I know what I'm talking about. You cannot shake my inner confidence. Because if I don't know it, I'm not going to speak on it. If I'm speaking on it, I know it. I'm not going to let you shake me. And I'm not afraid to make a mistake. Fear of making a mistake comes from a weak solar plexus chakra. I'm not afraid to make a mistake. If I make a mistake, the Most High going to correct me. And guess what? By making mistakes, we learn. I know not to do that anymore. I know I was wrong. I got the right information now. I'm not afraid being afraid to make a mistake will stop you from progressing. When your confidence is shaken, you don't trust what you see or hear. That's why they attack that solar plexus chakra. So when they're showing you yellow, they're showing you typically somebody taking an L. Why? Because losing affects your self-confidence. That's why you got to bolster yourself all the time. Did I lose? Not really, because I learned. That's why the high vibrational people don't say, well, there's winning and losing. They say there's winning and learning. If you're not winning, you're learning. So if Matthew takes an L, it's not a loss. It's a learning opportunity. Flip it. Transmute that L energy. Transmute that L energy from loss to learn. It keeps it high vibrational. So the color blue, how they use blue is they use blue when they're doing something low vibrational. Why? Because it affects your feminine third eye chakra. Y'all wait for the coup de grace. Y'all wait for the coup de grace. It's coming. It's coming. It's coming. All right. That was 4 of the 5. Number 1, the most subtle of energy portals, the black screen. Okay. Number 2, the purpose of energy portals described in number 1, to transfer energy, typically low vibrational energy, production of low vibrational energy that is then transferred to the source, which is these low vibrational entities or beings. Number 3, how low vibrational energy dealers get their victims addicted to low vibrational energy. They get you to pour your heart space energy into something that has a very low percentage chance of producing happiness. It is way more likely to produce sadness. Why? Because your team or your player lost. That's how they get you addicted. They attach an emotion to something that's got a low vibrational, that's got a very low yield, a very low output, a very low yield. And chances are they create this recurring loop where, hey, you know what? Come again next year. Hey, try again. Better luck next time. That's why they move from one sports season to the next. Oh, man, my Giants suck this year. Well, maybe my Knicks will do something. Okay? All right. How the dark side uses numbers and colors for nefarious purposes and how to protect yourself. I'm going to show you something about that number 5. How they do it, I just explained that to you, okay? They use like that 5. 5 is an activation number. It's not just the number of change. Passively, it's the number of change, but actively, it's the number of activation, okay? And colors, y'all pay attention. After this video, y'all going to start seeing that dark blue color in a lot of these low vibrational films and shows. Y'all going to start seeing that dark blue color a lot. Pay attention to it. That is to affect your feminine third eye chakra. I told y'all, man, this is the rise of the divine feminine energy in the earth. They're trying to stop it, but they can't. All right. And number 5, the silent war that the dark side wages against divine feminine energy using number 5 energy, and why they will ultimately fail. All right. Why they will ultimately fail. All right. Now, what I'm going to do here, I'm going to show y'all something with tarot. I'm going to show y'all something with tarot. Let me explain it first. Let me explain it. No, you know what? I'm going to show it to you as I'm talking about it, because this is pretty much the end. All right. Okay. All right. Major Arcana. Okay. All right. I'll come back to that. All right. So, all right. Let me show y'all something. Let me pull up something for y'all. Okay. Let's do this. All right. Let me show y'all something here. This is from the tarotguide.com. I want to show y'all something about this 5 energy. Now, what you need to understand, let me pull this up on the screen as I'm talking over it. Gotcha, Karen. Yep, you're absolutely correct on that. Let's see. All right. What you're looking at on the screen here comes from the tarotguide.com, and we're looking at the minor arcana. Why, Matt? Why are you looking at minor arcana and not major arcana? I could show you guys both, but for time's sake, I'm gonna do a whole nother video breaking this stuff down. I'll show you the journey of life through as depicted by the tarot cards. They told you tarot was evil. All tarot does is show you the journey of life. Okay. It on a high level, it shows on a non-practical level, it shows you the journey of life. Now, for somebody who gets a reading, typically what's happening is they're trying to get an answer to something that they usually already know. And the tarot cards are just a confirmation of what they already know on the inside. Okay. That's why you hear a lot of readers sometimes say, I don't really need tarot cards to tell you guys what it is that you need to hear, because I'm a channeler. I channel messages from the divine. Anyway, I'm not getting off into that. Let me explain to y'all what's happening here. At the top, you got tarot is the minor arcana are made up of 4 categories. Okay. You got swords, wands, cups, and pentacles. Real quick and dirty class. Your masculine energies are here. Swords and wands. Okay. Your feminine energies are here. Cups and pentacles. Swords, that's air energy. that is air energy. That's the energy of words and thoughts. Okay. The swords, astrological signs are Libra, cardinal air. Okay. Swords, cardinal swords, Libra. Okay. Fixed air or fixed swords is Aquarius, and mutable air or mutable swords is Gemini. Okay. Those are your air energies. That air energies and swords energy go together. Next are your wands. Okay. So think words and thoughts when you see swords. Okay. Next is wands. Wands is the second of the masculine energies, or really the first, technically speaking. I'll get to that in a minute. Okay. Wands is the energy of activation, activity and activation. That's wands. Activity and activation. Spark. Think divine spark. Over here, think divine truth. The Ace of Swords, think divine truth. Over here, think divine spark. What do you have? Why did I say divine truth? Let me make this bigger. Because anytime in the original tarot where you see a hand coming out of a cloud, that represents God giving you something, or God or the Most High presenting you with something. That's what that representation is. That's why you have a hand coming out of a cloud. Okay. When you look at the Hebrew language chart, the Yah, if you're looking at Paleo Hebrew or ancient Hebrew, or the Yod, if you like the modern Hebrew flavor, is the image of an arm or a hand. Well, you don't see it in the modern Hebrew. It looks like a comma that's floating up in the air. But in traditional or in Paleo Hebrew and ancient Hebrew, it looks like a bent. It looks like really an upper arm with an elbow, and then a lower arm, and then a hand. That's the imagery. Okay, so when you see the aces, that's usually a gift from God. Whatever is this is the gift of word, the spoken word, the gift of truth. Okay, and the wands, you got the gift of action or the gift of activity. Okay, those are masculine energies. The wands in astrology are the cardinal wands energy is Aries. That's fire signs, their activity. Okay, they're the spark. Wands, the Aries is cardinal. Okay, Leo is fixed, and wands. Okay, y'all, I'm drawing a blank. Sagittarius is the mutable. Okay, those are masculine energies. Swords, words, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. Wands, actions, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. Then you come over here, you got your feminine energies. Cups, that's emotions. That's the heart, that's emotions. Okay, the emotionals, you got the cardinal is Cancer, the fixed is Scorpio, and the mutable is Pisces. And then your pentacles, that's earth energy. Okay, the cardinal is Capricorn, the fixed is Taurus, and immutable is Virgo. Okay, so you got your masculine energies are swords and wands. Your feminine energies are cups and pentacles. Now let's skip down to this 5. Show y'all something about this 5 energy. Okay, when you look at your masculine energy, you got the 5 of swords. Okay, this picture here is the aftermath of a conflict. What do you got? You got 2 people walking away, sad losers. They got their swords taken. You got 2 swords laying down. These 2 guys are walking away as losers. And this guy right here, he's got a smile on his face looking at him. He's got 3 swords in his hand and 2 more on the ground he's going to pick up. So that 5 of swords, meaning right here, defeat, surrender, change, walking away, self-sacrifice, self-sabotaging behavior, underhanded behavior, deception, lack of communication, aggression, bullying, intimidation, abuse, violence, crime, rape, murder, assault, standing up for yourself, victory, fighting back. That's not really the victory card. I'm going to talk about that in a minute. But victory for one side, loss for another. Let me say that. So it is victory. Fighting back, overcoming challenges, serious conflict, hostility, stress. It depends on the application of it, okay? Now, you go back and you deal, whoops, that's 4. I don't want that. You deal the wands. I'm showing y'all the energy of this 5 energy, why they like to use it, okay? Let me make sure I'm on my notes. The silent war the dark side wages against divine feminine energy using the energy of the number 5 and why it will ultimately fail. Okay, let me stay on point. So how did I get to that 6? I meant 5. Where am I at? Ace. Oh, okay, it's underneath 5. Okay, 5. Look at that conflict. Look at that conflict energy there. You got 5 people fighting each other. Okay, upright meaning this is masculine energy. Remember, swords are words and thought. That's masculine energy. And then wands are actions. That is masculine energy. Five of wands upright, conflict, fighting, arguments. Rose, which is another way of saying, British way of saying fighting, okay, or arguments. Disagreements, struggle, opposition, battles, aggression, temper, clashing personalities and egos, strikes, chaos, unruliness, being defensive, territorial, assertive, pent-up energy and aggression, lack of control, cooperation, frustration, irritation, competition, adrenaline, sports, being rough and petty, okay? So that's the five energy on the masculine side, okay? Now, which one of those sounds more like what we got going on in the world? That whole war, that whole sports, that whole Roman gladiator things I talked about there, the whole beast games, all right? All of that. Now, on the feminine side, I'm just going to show this to y'all. The feminine side, five energy. The masculine side is conflict. On the feminine side, the five of cups, what are cups? Emotion, sadness. Look at here. Cups are spilled over. Two cups here. Mourning over something that was lost. Crying over spilled milk. Sadness, loss, grief, despair, abandonment, guilt, remorse, regret, trauma, bereavement, mourning, heartbreak, unwelcome change, emotional instability, focusing on loss, focusing on negative emotions, isolation, loneliness, emotional baggage, divorce, separation, anger, and disappointment. That is the emotions. That's 5E energy on the cup side. And on the pentacle side, what do we got here? Two people out in the cold. They out in the cold, okay? And look, surprisingly, look at the imagery here. There's a church here. There's a church here, and you got two people outside in the cold, downtrodden, raggedy clothes. This dude right here on crutches, and they're locked outside of the very thing that's supposed to be welcoming them in, the church. Y'all think that imagery there is accidental? Let's read it. Pentacles is earth energy. What is that? Temporary financial hardship. Five of Pentacles is temporary financial hardship. Negative change in circumstances. Feeling left out in the cold. Financial loss. Recession. Feeling that the world is against you. Adversity. Struggle. Hardship. Bad luck. Homelessness. Poverty. Unemployment. Financial ruin. Bankruptcy. Outcast. Alienation. Illness. Divorce. Breakups. Scandal. Disgrace. By and large, it's the energy of being locked out. Okay? Feminine, five of cups, the energy of loss. Okay, I lost something. I got my heart attached to it. Something didn't work out for me. It failed. Okay, that's the feminine side. And on the masculine side, conflict. All right, conflict, swords. Hey, you know what? Swords is words and swords is words and thought. So look at this slick look on his face. He probably deceived them or tricked them into dropping their swords so he could leave with them. He probably tricked them into swords or words. So he probably deceived them into giving up theirs, and now he's walking away with the bag. What did I tell you? There's more opportunities to lose than to win in sports. There can only be one winner. You had three people here. You got one winner and two losers. See that balance? That's unbalanced. That's unbalanced. That's anti-mayat, which is feminine energy, which is the energy of balance. Now, let me deal with what let me come back into my notes. The silent war against dark side, the silent war that the dark side wages against divine feminine energy using five energy, and why they will ultimately fail. Okay, so I took you to the cards. I showed you the imagery here. Now let me explain something to y'all. Let me explain something. Why they will ultimately fail. Let me put it back up. Why they will ultimately fail is that the fives in tarot always lead to the next phase, which is 6. But they try to keep you in that 5 energy by keeping constant conflict going. Think about the actual actions in sports or competitions is the 5 of wands energy. And guess what comes? Guess what they do with that? They talk up the next competition. Even after somebody loses, they're talking up the next phase of that competition. That's the 5 of swords. They're keeping you hooked. Swords is words. Okay. So let's now activate the next. Let's use 5 of swords energy to activate the next 5 of wands energy. And then they keep you in this energy. What does the 5 of wands lead to on the feminine side? Remember, everybody is a balance of masculine and feminine energy. The 5 of wands leads to the loss. Okay? Man, I lost, man. Man, I could have had that money. Now you're in that 5 of cups energy. You're in that 5 of cups energy. You get knocked out of the playoffs and somebody else still playing. You watching them play. You in that 5 of pentacles energy. You feel locked out. Man, that was me in there. That was us, man. We could have won. We could still be in there. We could still be on the inside. We could still be on the in crowd. This little petty, little cliquish stuff that girls do. No, we don't want you hanging with us, girl. No, we don't want you. No, Pushing that 5 of, if you're weak-minded, it'll put you in that 5 of Pentacles energy, feeling locked out of the group. They won't let me participate. Why don't they like me? All right. Why don't they like me? But let me show you how the dark side is ultimately going to fail. They're attacking divine feminine energy using the divine masculine energy of swords and wands. All right. That 5 of swords, defeat, surrender, walking away, self-sacrifice. You see all of those energies in the beast games. 5 energy, $5 million, producing 5 of swords energy, walking away, self-sacrifice. You're going to see self-sacrifice in the very opening episode. Hey, if you want to give these other people an opportunity to win, you got to quit the game. Who's going to do it? Oh, and if you don't do it by a certain amount of time, everybody loses. Somebody back there, bring me some more butter for the sausage. Right? Let me show y'all something. Before, as we getting ready to wrap up. Let me show y'all something. You're welcome, Karen. My pleasure. Let me show y'all something here. This is why they're going to ultimately lose, okay? Because their time is up, so they don't get to keep you in this 5 loop. Watch what happens next. After the 5 of swords leads to the 6 of swords, which is calming waters, healing, progress, moving on, okay? The 5 of swords, after the competition's over, after the fight, hey, you know what? I got to get away from this. Let me leave. So 5 of swords leads to 6 of swords, all right? That's the thoughts, though. Keep that in mind. Hey, you know what? I'm tired of hearing that. I'm tired of being around it. I'm tired of seeing it. That third eye chakra. I'm turning my back on it and I'm leaving. Okay. 6 of wands. Victory. All right. Success, victory. This is what they are portraying. Okay. So after the competition, somebody is winning. Somebody leaves as a winner. But watch on the feminine side. Pardon me. I hope y'all didn't hear that. I didn't hit the mute button fast enough. 6 of cups. After that feeling of loss, you go into the energy of reflection. Okay. Reflection, childhood memories, past influences, yearning, homesickness, nostalgia. All of these, I'm gonna do a separate video showing y'all the progression of how this stuff works. But here's why they're ultimately gonna fail. Okay. 6 of Pentacles. You know what? I was locked out on the outside, but I'm coming up now. I'm coming up. I'm gonna get out of that energy. 5 is the energy of change. 5 is the energy of activation. So guess what? That 5 always leads to the 6. That 5 always leads to the 6. You know what? I might have been locked out, but you know what? That locked out ended up being a blessing for me. Look how I came up. Gifts, generosity, charity, donations, money. I didn't have before, but now I got the opportunity to give. Why? Because I'm not staying in that low vibrational energy of feeling locked out. Okay? All right? So that was real quick. I'm going to do a whole video showing y'all the progression of how this stuff works and showing you the division of masculine and feminine energy. But you know what? I actually need to show y'all something else because I didn't tell y'all this. The minor arcana have to deal with life, with the physical realm, okay? The physical realm is the minor arcana. The spiritual realm is the major arcana. Let me show y'all something in this major arcana that's going to show, I'm going to show you more of this 5 energy, okay? And the major arcana, which is the spiritual. Remember, everything starts in spirit and then progresses to the physical realm. Watch this. All right. So you got two, you really got 2 iterations of 5, okay? You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards. This is the 5th card, okay? But the 5th card is actually the number 4 card. Why? Because tarot starts with the number 0. All right? 0, the Fool, that's Pisces energy. Pisces is the dreamer, right? Okay, so let me move on. I'm gonna deal with the 5th card, and I'm gonna show you the 5th card, and I'm gonna show you the number 5 card and what they mean. 5 energy here in the spiritual. This is the Emperor. The Emperor. He's wearing red, crimson. Think of the book of Revelations. The Emperor. Okay, one of these is the physical emperor. The other one is the Holy Roman Emperor. I'm gonna show you that in a minute. Y'all gonna see this. The Emperor card is technically, it's the number 4 card in the tarot, but it's technically the 5th card because the major arcana starts with the 0 card, which is the Fool. Okay. So the number 4 card is the 5th major arcana. Pay attention. The Emperor card in tarot means older man, stability, dependability, fatherhood, Father figure, that all sounds good, right? Structure, protectiveness, authority, logical, and practical. Okay? Practical to who? Okay? Now, let me show you the energy of the number 5 card. The number 5 card is the Hierophant. Traditional institutions, look at them. Who that look like, y'all? Who that look like? You got an image here of somebody that kind of looks like the Pope. Okay? He's some sort of pontiff. Okay? And then he got the people down here bowing down, worshiping before him. Okay? All right? Got all these crosses on here. We talked about the difference between the cross and the ankh in another video. All right? Traditional institutions, traditional values, conventional conformity, marriage, commitment, religion, beliefs, and knowledge sharing. Okay? All right. Let me skip down here. The Hierophant card is the card of traditional values and traditional institutions. Okay? Let's skip down to the middle right here. The institutions the Hierophant tarot card can represent include economic, religious, political, social, family, educational, social welfare, and medical. Y'all think about all these masculine dominated energies or industries. The Hierophant card is masculine. Okay? That's masculine energy. The Emperor card is masculine energy. It's not feminine. General meaning. As a person, the Emperor represents an older man who is old money energy, y'all, who is good in business and usually wealthy. The Emperor is a solid. Now, there's positive connotations to this too. I'm just showing y'all how they're using this 5 energy. This is the 5th card of this is the 5th major arcana. It's the number 4 card, but it's the 5th major arcana. The Emperor is a solid, stable man. He is powerful, grounded protector, but he can also be rigid and stubborn. He can be a father or father figure type or an older man you are romantically involved with. The Emperor is a hard taskmaster and has little time for fun and frivolity. Children of the Emperor can struggle with father issues, as falling short of his high expectations can affect their self-esteem. If the Emperor card appears in the tarot or appears in the past position, this major arcana card can indicate that the father figure in your life was authoritarian and that while he had your best interest at heart, he may have struggled to show affection. Okay? If it appears in present or future, it's much better omen, as it indicates a wise older man who will give you solid advice, blah, 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 blah. Generally, if not representing a person in your life, the Emperor signifies the dominance of logic over emotion and of the mind over the heart. Okay? All right? Now, let me get off of that. So, we see all of these themes show up in sports, in the Matrix period, in this Beast Games / Hunger Games, but we're seeing the lower vibrational aspect of it. Now, the funny thing is, it is in stark contrast to the feminine energies of the opposite of the Hierophant is the High Priestess, and the opposite of the let me go back. Hierophant is High Priestess, Emperor is Empress. Now, let me show you let me show you the difference here, y'all, real quick, and I'm gonna get ready to get off of here. Okay. The High Priestess is the number 2 card in the major arcana, and it represents desirability, unattainability, mystery, sensuality, spirituality, thirst for knowledge, mystery, subconscious, higher power, creativity, and fertility. Okay, the High Priestess possesses intuition, mystery, and sensuality combined with common sense. When High Priestess appears in the tarot reading, she indicates that now is the time to trust your instincts and go with your gut feeling. Okay, they don't want you to do that with these energy siphoning things that they show us that are in this 5 energy. I wanted to just focus on that. Now, this High Priestess card is the number 2 card. Number 2 can also indicate partnership, right? 2 is a number of partnership. And then when you go on, and I'm gonna do a whole breakdown of this, y'all. The Empress is opposite the Emperor. She's the number 3 card, or also the 4th card of the major arcana. 4 represents stability. Okay, the Empress is the number 3 card. 3 is what do we have? 3 sides to a triangle. The triangle is known as one of the most powerful shapes in the in geometry. Now, Empress, pregnancy, fertility, motherhood, sensuality, nurturing, creativity, beauty, femininity, nature, harmony, and art. Y'all tell me if there's an attack on divine feminine energy in this world. Y'all tell me. Y'all tell me. Okay, so if you look at what's going on here, they're using the dark side wages war against divine feminine energy using that 5 energy, but they're ultimately going to fail because the 5s lead to 6s. When you're dealing with that that when they put that feminine energy and 5 energy, she comes out as a winner. When I do this breakdown for y'all, you're going to see that the final card of the, and I won't deal with the court cards, but you're talking about the ace all the way up to the 10. When you're looking at masculine energy, it always ends in a lesson being learned. Okay. But on the feminine energy side, the emotions and the grounded pentacles energy, it always ends up in success. So they're trying to keep you out of that. Don't even get me started, man. I'm gonna do a whole breakdown of this. Okay. I'm gonna do a whole breakdown of that. But I wanted to show y'all that 5 energy and how they use it to suppress divine feminine energy. 5 energy is conflict. Think about how many Olympic rings you got. I did this video back in the summer. There are 5 Olympic rings intertwined. What happens at the Olympics? That 5 of swords and that 5 of wands energy. Struggle, struggle, struggle. That leads to what? That emotional 5 energy. Man, I lost. Man, I'm locked out of the Olympics now. I don't have another chance to do this again for another 4 years. 4 years from now, I'm going to be 4 years older. There'll be somebody coming up that is the age that I was when I lost, that I'm going to have to work even harder to try to beat. But they keep you looped and locked in. You got to watch this imagery, y'all. You got to watch this imagery, okay? All right, so now that is pretty much all I got, family. That's it. That is it. So the magic that they hide in the Beast games has to do with that color blue and that 5 energy. $5 million. Why didn't they do 6 million? Why didn't they do 8 million? Why not 10 million? Oh, that's too much money. Okay, why not 4 million? Why not $4.5 million? Oh, that's 9 energy. 9 is completion of a cycle. We can never do that. Got to use that energy of 5. Why? Because 5 is the energy of change. What are you trying to change? Are you perhaps trying to change the direction that the earth is moving in with the rise of divine feminine energy and the waning of the waxing of divine feminine energy and the waning of divine masculine energy? Not divine, dark masculine. Let's get that straight, because there's dark feminine energy too. They use dark feminine energy to attack light feminine energy. That's why some of y'all females watching me right now get some of the most vitriol from other females. They use dark feminine energy to attack light feminine energy too. They use dark masculine energy to attack light masculine energy, but it's usually presented in some sort of feminine form. You know what I mean? Like dudes acting like feminine. Dudes in their emotions too much. That's what I mean. Or they try to use it. They try to get what happened. The way that looks with men, fellas that are watching me, the way that looks with men, how they use dark masculine energy to attack light masculine energy. They use those words, those swords, to try to get you to lower your vibrations. Because you lower your vibrations, now it can get physical. That's why you got to know when to walk away. Proverbs, he who walks with wise men will be wise, but the companion of fools will inherit destruction. That's in Proverbs, okay? Y'all, some of y'all might want that reference. Let me pull it up for you real quick. Y'all got any comments? Drop them in there. We about done here. Let's see. That's Proverbs 13 and 20. That's Proverbs 13 and 20. Let me put it in the chat. All right. All right. That's how they do it with the fellas. They try to get you to lower your vibrations and get in that anger energy or something. Get you in conflict energy. Walk in the light. Why? Because the darkness hates the light. It hates it. Keep your vibrations high. And keep yourself physically fit too, fellas. Ladies too. Ladies too. You give off your aura when you get your body physically fit. I'm not talking about chemically altered. I'm not talking about somebody cutting on you. But if that's what you do you. I ain't here to judge. What I'm saying is there's a certain energy that you give off when you do it naturally. The scripture says, present your bodies a living sacrifice, right? If this is the temple for the Most High, keep your temple clean. Keep your temple clean and looking good. When you go out and you look good and you high vibrational energy, you attract good. You get stuff. I get free stuff all the time, y'all. I'm just going out in high vibrational energy. Sometimes I go out, I don't even feel like I'm like, man, I probably should put something on different, but I'm gonna run to the store real quick. But you can't hide energy. That vibe, when you got love energy and it's radiating, people feel it. They want to be around you. They want to be around you. You smile, you say hello to somebody, they're like, wow, that person lifted my whole day. Smell good. Put a little cologne on, fellas. Put a little perfume on, fellas. You smell good. Listen, I can tell you a story. My dad put some cologne on. He smelled so good at his job, he disarmed this lady that was acting like a hellion. She was acting like a straight Hellcat. It's like, why are you doing? So he walked up to me and said, ma'am, listen, is there anything I do? She, what's that you got on? Oh my God. What? Well, I got to get some of that from my husband. No, listen. Hey, listen, everybody. I'm so terribly sorry. I just had a horrible day. You guys have a nice day. Hey, you smell amazing. Disarmed her. Always look your best. Always smell your best. Okay. All right. You never know what that's going to do for somebody. Just seeing you or being in your art field when you vibrating high. All right. That's all I got, family. Let me read some comments. So y'all got it. The Beast Games, is it a prelude to the real life Hunger Games? I think so. But this is leading to another video I'm going to do on prophecy. Guess what? The righteous ain't going to see them Hunger Games. I'm going to break down Jeremiah 30. Jeremiah chapter 30 is on now. It ain't coming. It's here. Jeremiah 30 is here. I'm going to do that in another video. Jeremiah 30 is here. So the world is about to see the time of Jacob's troubles. But what does it say? He shall be saved out of it. Who? Jacob. That's tough for somebody. That's tough. I'm gonna leave that alone. I'm gonna save that for another time. All right. Beast Games, is it a prelude? Is it a prelude to real life Hunger Games? Does the devil ever give you anything good? A lot of 5 energy in there. I showed this to y'all tonight. You'll never see movies the same again. Y'all start looking for it. When you see that dark blue theme, paint, car colors, wall colors on the wall, people's clothing that they're wearing in these movies, I'm telling you, they coming for that feminine third eye chakra. They coming for it. They doing it in the movies. It's subtle. Y'all don't even know why they showing you blue in all of these movies and all these game shows. It's an attack on feminine energy. They trying to alter your perception, what you see. They coming in via that portal that is your portal into your body is that third eye chakra. Your spiritual portal into your body is your third eye chakra. What you see can affect every other chakra zone. What you see can affect your 5th chakra. It can affect your throat, your 5th chakra. What you see can affect your heart chakra. What you see can affect your third eye chakra. I mean, your solar plexus chakra. What you see can affect your sacral chakra. And ultimately, what you see can affect your root chakra. And you got to have a strong root in this physical realm, baby. You got to have it. That's why you're seeing this color blue. They coming for that third eye chakra. So if you observe this stuff, y'all, watch it from a watcher perspective. Think of yourself in terms of Psalms 91. Think of yourself as an angel walking in the flesh. I'm simply here to observe. I'm observing it. Why are you observing it? I want to see what y'all are trying to do next so I can counter it. So I can go in my Matthew chapter 6 closet. So I can go in my Matthew chapter 6 closet and pray in secret and watch the fruition of it come openly from the Father. Pray in secret and the Father will reward you openly. I'm watching so I can see what y'all doing so I can get my Matthew chapter 6 closet and then hit y'all with my own 5 energy. I'm going to activate something different. What did I tell y'all on this channel all the time? Powerful prayer is. It ain't begging and pleading, getting on your knees. It's activating. Activation is 5 energy. Powerful prayer is activation. I command this to enter into my reality. Y'all watch C.T. Fletcher. I love him. He curses a lot. That don't bother me at all. I love it. Y'all watch C.T. Fletcher. Watch this. I'll give y'all a video to watch. Okay? I think the title of this video is, y'all can do this search in YouTube. C.T. Fletcher. Command some to grow. Y'all watch that video to get you motivated, hyped up. I command you to grow. Lift that weight. And when you doing them bicep curls, I command you to grow. You talking about, oh, CT, I can't grow my biceps. Yes, you can, Mup. He'll curse you out. Get in there and do them curls till you can't do no more. Command it to grow. You got the power to command your reality. When you command it and you believe from that third chakra, that's that sun, that inner sun, that solar plexus, and then you activate it with that fifth chakra, that throat chakra. This is why they don't want y'all to speak. I told y'all all the time, man. The dark side is afraid for you to speak, so they try to make you afraid to speak. Use your voice. Speak. Command your reality. Is it not written in the first chapter of Genesis, let us make man in our own image and our own likeness? The image is the look. The likeness is the functionality. The Most High don't ask a damn thing. He commands it. He didn't say, hey, can somebody turn on the lights, please? He said, let there be light. And there was light. You got the same ability in you. That fifth chakra, number 5, activation, change. You got the power to change using your fifth chakra. But guard that sixth chakra. Why? Because that fifth chakra sits underneath and supports the fifth chakra. It sits above and supports down in a downward motion the fourth chakra. If they make you afraid, you won't activate using that 5 energy that each and every one of us has built in via that fifth chakra. Use your own 5 energy and counter what these fools is using. They ain't even got your power. They don't want you to know what kind of power you got. That's like showing up at a duel and like a gun duel, like the gun battles they used to use back in the day. And both of you got on body armor, but all they got is a 22. They don't want you to know that you got a 44 Magnum. Because if you ever found out you had a 44 Magnum, they put that 22 down. Man, I done already lost. You won. You don't need to fire. You got it. They don't want you to know that you're more powerful than they are. Why? Because the light always beats the dark. That's why you got to keep your vibrations high. Why do y'all think I'm always on here using my voice to try to instill this in y'all? You got more power than you're giving yourself credit for. Light always beats the dark. If I turn this light off right now, y'all see how dark this room is. You couldn't even see me. But the light always beats the dark. That's all I got. Let me read some comments, y'all. Use that 5 energy. Use that in 5 energy, y'all. And stop acting like that. Stop letting these punks make y'all afraid. They ain't got y'all power, man. The scripture says the thief cometh not but for to kill, steal, and destroy. He turns around and says, I'm come that you might have life and more abundantly. All they can do, the devil can't do nothing to you. What he does is deceives you into doing it to yourself because he knows that you actually got the power. What's that universal law? Touch not my anointed and do my prophets no harm. That's not a request. That's a divine commandment. It was commanded. Touch not my anointed. Anointed means chosen. It don't mean somebody who can play the piano. I get tired of hearing that. Oh, that brother got the anointing. Oh, that sister got the anointing. They doing more low vibrational than a little bit. Stop saying that, man. Stop putting anointing on talent. The devil had talent, right? Or got. He said, touch not my chosen ones and do my prophets the mouthpiece, no harm. Prophet is a mouthpiece. Don't mix up prophet and priest. One person can be both a prophet and a priest. The priest got the power to control and command the elements. I'm going to break down in a separate video which element you got the power innately to control based on your astrological chart. They hit something in that little The Last Airbender. They hit something in that with the airbenders, the waterbenders, the firebenders, and the earthbenders. They hit something in that. I'm going to break that down in another video. Man, I don't know why I do this all the time, y'all. I be wanting to end these videos, and at the end, y'all be like, dag, the end hyping in the beginning. But I guess that's like the fireworks show, right? They show you the hypest part of it at the end. So listen, man, don't let nobody affect your solar plexus, which is your confidence. Don't let nobody affect your throat chakra. Ladies, you got a throat chakra. It's masculine energy, but you got it. You in a masculine realm. The physical realm is masculine. The spiritual realm is feminine. So they attack that feminine. They attack that spiritual, what you see and what you hear. They're attacking that. But that's how the news works. Thank you. I just got another download. That's exactly how the news works. They show you something low vibrational. Then what do? You go speak on it. I told my brother, I said, man, don't send me no more low vibrational text. no CNN. I don't care. I don't want to see it. That's how they do it. They show you something or you hear something. Next thing you know, hey man, you heard about what's happening, man? They using your throat chakra. They're using your fifth chakra to activate stuff in this realm. They are using your fifth chakra to activate low vibrational stuff. They show you something low vibrational and you go and speak on it. Now, y'all might say, well, Matt, you do it. Ain't you doing that with the Beast Games? I'm here to show you how to observe from a detached position as a watcher. Why? Give yourself a purpose for it. Why am I watching this? Let me see what kind of attack they're coming with now so I can get my Matthew chapter 6 prayer closet and activate something new. Pray in secret, activate in secret, 5 energy in secret, and the Father will reward you openly. The Father responds to the request of the light. He don't respond to the request of the dark. They don't even send it to him because they already know what it is. Their job is to keep you in the dark. Pun intended. Let me stop, y'all, because I can go on all night. When I get in this mode, I can go on all night. Let me read some comments. I'm going to get out of here. All right? Woo, man, y'all done got me worked up, baby. Y'all done got me worked up, all right? I'm going to go back up here to the top. Just because it said one world religion, facts. Facts. That's what they aiming for. Here's the funny thing. It is going to be one world religion, but it ain't going to be no religion. It's one spirit. Okay? Yeah, y'all can say, oh, no, there's multiple spirits. Spirituality is a single thing. High vibrational and low vibrational energy. There's two dichotomies. Either high vibrational or you low vibrational. All right? Empress. Regubus, G7, peace, love, and soul train to Matt. Yo, what's up, Empress? Thank you for being here. Shalom, Tony, thank you for being here. Let's see. Hunger Games, just because that the Hunger Games equals futuristic Roman Colosseum. No doubt. No doubt. Just because, why were the degrees? Oh, got that part. We got the degrees things, okay. Okay, we got be royalty. All right, we got that. Just because said for the first time, Pope Francis opened the door to Rebibia prison, a Roman prison, on 12/26 during the 2025 Jubilee. He asked all prisoners to look to the future with hope and renewed confidence. Did he let him out? If you ain't let him out, go sit down. How they gonna look to the future with hope and renewed confidence if they still sitting in there? Did you let him out, Pope? Like, what was the purpose of that? Just because said the candidates are all yeah, we saw that one. I just saw that in the app before the video. Check the trailer. Got you. Yup. Wow, that makes sense now. He's in Aquarius. He's talking about McEnroe, no doubt. Bella here, I got that. Abracadabra, we got that. Let's see. Third eye. Yup. Third eye. Yup. Y'all on it. Okay. Karen said, thanks, Matt, for all your help with the spiritual matters. It's real out here. It is very real, Karen. And it's an honor. It's an honor to serve. So thank you. It's an honor to serve. Bella said, valuable information for the sick stuff these karmics do. No doubt, Bella. No doubt. No doubt. Hotshot said, built, not bought. Putting in the hard work is rewarding. No doubt. No doubt, Hotshot. No doubt. No doubt, Hotshot. Keep doing what you're doing, too. Hotshot said, wow, this is good, Matt. They're putting it in our faces. We see them. We understand their assignment. We understand our assignment, too. Let's do this. Yup. Lady Dagstad says, goes back to not being lukewarm, commanded to be, and be confident. Exactly, Lady Dagstad. All right? Bella said, I'm hype, y'all. Give him no power. Don't give him no power. Don't feed him. Don't feed him. You know the best way to fight the C word? I say the C word, y'all. My book, that's cancer. And I ain't talking about the astrological sign. I'm talking about the condition. The number one thing you can do when if ever you get that diagnosis, and I hope to God nobody ever gets it, the first thing you can do is starve it. Starve it how? Don't give it no sugar. No sugar. No sugar. It feeds off sugar. That was the first thing I did when I got that diagnosis back in 2011. Zip. I don't want no sugar. I don't want no white bread. I don't want no white rice. None of that. Boom. I'm not feeding you. You're going to starve. You're going to starve tonight, motherfucker. I went to war. But I'm an Aries in the 6th house. So when it comes to my health, I'm going to go to war. I'm going to go to war for it. I'm going to go to war, and I ain't coming back till I win. I'm going to be hype, y'all, man. I'm hype up in this mofo now. All right? Y'all got me Capricorning up in here. Lady Dagstad said, same here, Bella here. Yup. Man, I love y'all, man. I love you. Allie said, awesome message. Thank you, Allie. It's an honor. It's an honor. Hotshot said, go for you on fire. B. Rosie said, Edge of Tomorrow is a good movie. I watched it at least twice years ago. I'm telling y'all, man, it's a microcosm of this realm. That's how much the Most High love you. He wants you to win. He wants you to win. You know what Matt doing? Matt not trying to get my clock reset to the year I was born to get to just get back to the point of failure again. I'm trying to win out. I'm trying to win out. I'm going to win out so I can move on to the next phase of my existence. I'm winning out. I want to see y'all there. I want y'all to win out too, man. My high vibrational people. Y'all low vibrational people, y'all go do what y'all do. I ain't got time for y'all. Of course, y'all don't like me no way because that light hurts your eyes, don't it? Go sit down. Go sit down. Go sit down. Oh, is it? Okay, B Royalty. Okay, that's for the people that want to see it. There it is. There it is. Okay, so y'all, that's all I got. I've been on here 3 hours and 9 minutes. I didn't mean to. Y'all know I never mean to go this long. When I look at my notes, I promise y'all, it perplexes me that my stuff goes over an hour. Okay, but it ain't me. I'll move out of the way and let the Most High take control. And guess what I've learned? I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna get off of here, y'all. I ain't for everybody. I'm not for everybody. I learned that a long time ago. The people who's supposed to see me, the souls that are supposed to share in this energy, they see me. The people who are supposed to see me. So I've learned to take my heart out of it, and a lot of it has to deal with y'all. A lot of it has to do with y'all. Thank you to everybody. If I name one person and miss somebody else, I might be looked at as being in the wrong. But those of y'all who encourage me all the time, y'all know who y'all are. Thank y'all. Thank y'all for pouring into me because that helps to keep me going. Those of y'all that encourage me all the time, I thank y'all so much. I thank y'all. Because, I mean, sometimes when I see a video and I see that type of timestamp, I'm like, geez, I don't want to watch that. But maybe it's just for the lives. Maybe it's just for the people who come here live. Maybe it ain't for everybody to watch. All right. In fact, I've been giving that. I'm not for everybody. All right. This is for the people who's supposed to get it. So I thank y'all for being here. All right. Listen, if you have not done so on your way out, please hit that like button. Please hit that thumbs up at that like button. And do me a favor. If you're new to the channel and you enjoy being entertained, educated, uplifted, inspired, hit that subscribe button. And y'all, please check your notifications because they doing some with these truth channels, okay? This platform is doing some with these truth channels. So y'all make sure you check them daily if you have to. Your favorite content creators that are dropping truth, y'all check y'all subscription status at every day or every other day or every 3 days. Check your subscription status because they're doing some out here. I promise you that. I'm hearing too many people telling me that, okay? All right? So I thank y'all for being here tonight. Again, on the way out, listen, man, I'm going to end them like I end them all. Tell somebody you love them and mean it. How do you mean you love me? How do you mean I love you? You show it, okay? You have to show it. Love is a verb, right? It's a noun as well. The love, everybody wants that state of being. Everybody wants the noun form of love, but you got to be willing to put in. The only way you put in is through action. Action words are verbs. So if you show love, there'll be love. And don't worry about getting it back. If you're showing love to get it back, that's codependency. Take it from somebody who came here to heal from that. They came in this life to heal from that. I don't mind sharing that because somebody else needs to hear that too. It's some alpha and sigma males that have that buried deep and don't even know it. Okay? So y'all pull that up. If you're looking for something in return, that's codependency. Do it because that's what you want to do. You will magnetize everything that you're supposed to get in life. You'll magnetically draw it to yourself when you're in the right energy. Okay? Luke 17:21, the kingdom of God is within you. Don't look for it outside of you, baby. I love y'all, man. Y'all have a great night. Thank you to everybody who was here. Peace, y'all. And y'all want to hit me, don't, if you want to, leave a comment underneath the video after we close out and maybe share it with one person that you think might not be scared away from the timestamp, okay? From the how long the video is. Share it with somebody that you think might not be scared away. And some people just watching in pieces or whatever. Do whatever you got to do. But share it with one person. And y'all, all of y'all that hit me up, I appreciate y'all. If y'all send me a DM on Instagram and I don't get to it right away, it's because I'm getting a lot of them. All right. It's because I'm getting a lot of them, so I get to them when I can. But don't take it personal if you don't get a response from me right away. Just know that I did see it, and I thank you guys for everything you do. All right? I love you guys. Peace.